One and.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
In there.
Just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Bringing the life from the heart of Europe. Most badass. You broadcast it all the ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy G. That's the point. Agent Genie behind the glass. What's happening, ladies and gents? Popping. Both of you don't answer because you're both autistic.
Hello.
No, because I wait because I don't know.
I'd rather you interrupt me than do that to me again. It looks awful.
Okay, I'll interrupt you.
I'd rather or him. One of the two. What's better? What's better? What's up, everybody? It makes me sound like I'm fucking insane. Like I'm like a crazy person. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Yeah. My friend's here. How you doing?
You said hey everybody.
You know what?
I'm thinking of the chat. Both me and Agent think you're talking to the chat.
I said Genie and Agent behind the glass. Genie and Agent behind it. Well, who? Hey, everybody. Everybody, there's two people here.
Plus the ones in the live.
You guys are awful. Both autistic. That's the problem. Autism's a terrible disease. Fucking you guys in your good schools and shit. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. You're not trying to get an addictomy. You know? Like Bobax. We'll talk about Bobax later. Bobax decided to get down and dirty with Purple Perry, of all people. It's really funny, like, these people, like, retards like Mr. Takes and Bobax and Aiden. They are all running towards the Grim Reaper there. This collection of sort of debate bro jerk-offs. You know, Purple Perry's the one that fucked over Aiden, right? And went looking through his shit. Yes. Right? And they had enough of him. He was never able to deliver Diorio or me, so he was pretty useless after that. And then he admits this to Nick. Nick told me that, yeah, like they treat me like shit, but I thought it'd be better because I thought you guys were being mean to me. I guess I was wrong. And then because nobody's paying attention to him, he runs back to them. By the way, Aiden has been funny as fuck lately. I shit you not. When Sitman decides, I don't know, when Sitman's boss decides to not be arrested, we might actually go over a whole thing that happened last month. It'll be a little late, but I don't think it'd be any less funny. Aiden got a blowjob from one of these fucking weird guys, like in Queeman Sphere. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this. He's like, I don't believe it's some like, oh, I'm trying to find my way in the world. They're a bunch of weird guys that can't pick up girls. So he's like, hey, I'll blow you if you don't tell anybody. And Aiden's like, all right, well, I'm not going to blowjob from a chick anyway. Why not? Let's go. And makes me, I don't know. They like Purple Perry blow him too. You know, all these guys are like fucking, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? The guys that are looking to pin like sex degeneracy and pedophilia and age are just the most fucked up sexually guys. I can only imagine.
Projecting.
Yeah, I know. And they're all fucking weird around women. I almost want, boy, Mr. Takes' sex life must be fucking mind blowing.
He's saving himself for marriage, Tommy. You gotta remember he's Catholic.
Yeah, for a dude.
So when we say like things like they circle jerk each other,
they might actually be doing that. So that's like one of the many things that were so funny about these people. The only bad thing is it's becoming like a month or two late because Sitman was supposed to work with me on it. So it's never gonna get done. And then on top of that, something legitimate happened to him. But he has a bunch of funny takes. You notice they all got quiet too. Like they're so serious and the commentary is like so unfun now. They're so serious about this shit, right? It's so wild that it's fucking mind blowing. They have what do you fucking call it? Like Sinman called in, which was like obviously a practical joke, and Dickers took it like deadly seriously. It's so funny.
I mean, he did get I think he did get some teeth pulled during that time. So
yeah, he did, but he fucking put it. Like, it's so
yeah.
it's so
yeah, he put it on.
I mean,
He
it's
ended
so
up
put it on,
but yeah,
and like it's so funny. I don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of funny fucking stuff. You like the thumbnail? Not bringing anybody in here. I'm not impressed with it. Not impressed with that thumbnail at all. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I thought it looked cool, but I should have known. Cool
the
looking
details are nice too.
I like it.
Cool looking thumbnails.
Yeah, Lego Legacy.
Cool looking thumbnails never fucking do anything. It's simple to the point, arrows, everything like that's psychologically convincing. I should just put a big arrow.
For me, usually it's the title that I go for. Like I'll look at the title, and if it seems interesting, then I'll. But then again, mostly what I've been watching now is like
they're not trying to get like intelligent people. They're just trying to like your average Joe to click on it.
What you do is you do the complex thumbnail with an arrow pointing to Ben.
You know what I should say? See Ben's penis live, and I'd have 1,000 people in here.
Reckless Ben's dick pic dropped. We're viewing it live.
Yeah, Reckless Ben's dick pic. Right now, he's so popular. I imagine this place would be fucking bouncing.
Reckless Ben's brick pic.
Brick pic. Yeah. Wants to see Reckless Ben's penis. Aiden wants to see it. All right, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that some other time. It's not even that interesting. The only thing that's interesting is like I was like, remember when I said to Aiden, like, what are you running around with fucking Purple Perry? It's like Friday night in Italy. You guys should be partying. How do you know I'm not? And like, well, now I know. Now I know. Now I'm sure of it. Now I'm sure you're the loser. What? You're the loser I thought you were. Amazing.
I heard the Italian nightlife is fucking phenomenal.
I'm sure it's great, but you know who's not going to know? He'll never find out. He'll just pretend he is, just like he pretends he's like a 4.0 student, stuff like that. He's too fucking funny. Oh, I got the wrong one. Movie. What happened here? Where's the internet cat? All right, I got the wrong one. There we go. The fuck out of here. All right. Latest update. Here we go.
A Lego Star Wars collection is at the center of national controversy. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel McConaughey. Bricks and Minifigs has closed its location in Kaiser following allegations the owners did not honor a consignment agreement for a Lego collection worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And as reporter Eli Kuhn explains in our top story.
Oh, by the way, could you do a drinking stream this weekend if you wanted to?
I couldn't do one Saturday, but I could do one Sunday.
Well, I decided I'm quitting drinking for weight reasons after the World Cup. So let's get it in now. Let's get it.
Yeah. And since we know it's not or we're 99% sure it's not pancreatitis, so I can actually drink.
Oh, really? By Sunday?
Yeah, we know we know it's not pancreatitis, so there's literally no reason.
I lost my toes, dude.
You lost your toes, dude. To be fair,
Ben donated $5. To be fair, I did say in reckless.
Yeah, you're a little reckless.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you Sunday then, more than likely. All right, you want to see Jeannie get sloshed? You know what we'll do? Here's what we'll do, Jeannie. I'll start like hitting on you or something like that, so the whole internet can talk about it.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah,
I'm sure. Look really. You know, we should stage some Andy Grandpa said with some. I'll hire some fucking hag to come down and beat me and pretend it's my wife. That'd be funny. And then just say, "Oh God, we could do a whole bit and just like hire an actress and have her come down there and start like because my wife couldn't do it. She's not skilled in anything creative. She's a math person, you know. And then I could start expressing my love for you, and then we basically say, "Tommy, stop it! I don't want anybody to find like do something really crazy." And just see how it gets around the internet, see if it works.
Yeah.
Like,
Somebody has a question for you, by the way.
Who's that?
Tommy, if your son was like 21 and he had no social life, how concerned would you be on a scale of 1 to 10?
That he got a blowjob from fucking one of Kleeman's friends? I'm pretty concerned. I'd be terrified. What does he really mean by that? Like, let's see.
I think it's Aiden not having a social life while being kind of in the college.
Had no social life, how concerned would you be? From 1 to 10?
Yeah, I don't know. Not concerned at all. 10 being like you're taking them
home.
21,
I would think I already blew it. That's the truth. I think I'd already, because by the time you're 21, you should have at least a little bit of sexual experience at that point. Not necessarily like intercourse or anything, but there should be like a booby grab or a butt grab and a French kiss, or something like that. At least that. Some kind of sustained dating, even without sex. I mean, I see everybody doesn't do that. I respect that, but if you have like everybody's online, no social skills, yeah, I would think it's like 10. There's serious problems coming, and the motherfucker's not going to leave the house. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't fucking socialize, it means you can't hold a job. That's the thing about the girl thing that's important that nobody realizes, especially with women in the workplace. If you can't socialize, it's going to be very difficult to hold a job. So if you want to see how a guy handles like a job socially, see how many girlfriends he's had. Did he have like, was he like me? Because I didn't bounce around. I know I fucking tell people that shit. It's not really true. Like a little bit when I was in the army. Like I had like pockets where I was like bouncing around, like within a 6-month period. But I would always get a girlfriend, stay with her for 2 or 3 years. I always had a girlfriend. And I dated some nice girls too. I mean, they were like, I still have, I'm not feelings for them, but I generally, I wish the best for them. And some of them turned out to be pretty great people that had pretty great kids. And I was like, our time together was precious, but it just wasn't meant to be permanent. Know what I mean, Jeannie?
Yep.
Been there.
Yeah, I think I'll stay quiet on this one.
So no, I think I would be worried about jobs. I would be worried about social life. I'd be worried about him looking weird sex on the internet.
In general.
Yeah, it's bad. I think it's bad. I fact that, it's funny that we check on Tommy on how his social life is.
Mm-hmm.
Laura had a little bit of a tough time, but I mean, it's a little easier for her because she's a girl and a pretty girl. So I don't think she really has one now that I know of. She probably has the opposite problem. People, knocking down her door and shit. 10 being you take him to would I take him to a whorehouse? No, I don't think that works. That's the army way of doing something. That's the army way of doing stuff.
Give him the old Podrick treatment.
Yeah, like that's the army way. Like I think you go to a whore, you got to do that on your own. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that for never. Because that's the army way. Like every time somebody had like a social problem or was a dreaded virgin when I was in the army, like, oh my God, Johnson's still a virgin. He was like, whoa. Or if somebody had social problems, they had this guy named, we'll call him Mr. A, right? All the black guy solution was, we need to get him some pussy. Like it's gonna magically cure him or something. Like he's still gonna. Dude, let me tell you, what happened to Mr. A? We took him to a hooker, and prostitution is legal here, and she said no.
Oh God.
And then we started laughing at him. One of the worst fucking things I've ever done in my life.
Getting rejected.
We took this guy, we walked him in, and she humiliated him so bad. She like pointed to me and the other black guy. I'll take you and you, but not him. And she only met him like a second. She looked 1 second and said, out of the fucking question. Out of the fucking question. Immediately. So we tried, and they were like,
women know.
So we like fucking like and I remember Sergeant T was like, come on, guys, come with more money. And she's like, I don't care if it's another $1,000. Get him out of here. We like got outside, like, okay, there, Specialist A. It's all right. We'll find you another one. No, I think that's enough. Yeah, it was enough. giggling. The gateway to anger. He wasn't angry incel. Yeah, we took him in. He just sat there and he looked at the fucking ground. He used to have this weird habit where he'd spin around when he's talking. He'd spin on one of his left inside, but he'd throw his body. I think I've done the imitation before. He's one of the weirdest people I ever met. He was my roommate. I used to come back from banging girls, drinking, having a hard time in my room here in Wiesbaden. This is when I was like living on post, right? And he'd be sitting there in his blankets watching Gundam. This guy's like my age. He's like a week younger than me. You know?
Shit.
Yeah, he's born
Anime, say no more, Tommy.
I remember he's like born he was like he joined the army late like me too. And he that means he's like, well, he's gonna be 50 in a couple weeks. He sounds like he got the tism. Yes, he did. I don't know if the tism was that identifiable. Right, he was completely useless. So he's got the Gundam, and because look, I'm a little nerdy. I'm not afraid to admit it. We're all a little nerdy in this sphere, right?
Yep.
You too. You are too. So are you, Agent. I'm not innocent of the absent of the nerdiness, right?
Just a little from me. I mean,
yeah. Well, but there's limits to this shit, and we all can laugh at our nerdiness. That's what I noticed with the hardcores.
Oh, yeah.
They can't laugh at themselves, right?
Yeah.
They can't laugh at themselves. Like we can laugh at
take
ourselves.
Themselves seriously.
Yeah. The book, we're I make jokes about bookworms and nerds, and I can make fun of your little wolf fascination too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's weird, by the way. You're not a furry, but you're like 3 steps away.
Yeah, I know. If I went down a different pipeline, it could have turned out that way. It
could have been worse. She just really, really likes wolves. Yeah, you're like one of the weird chicks when I was like one of the real alternative teens when I was growing up. Like, I really like wolves. I have photographs of wolves. You're not dressing like a wolf and say, do me from behind or something.
No.
You know?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
No, that's gay.
Tommy only cares about his story because his Legos are Star Wars. Wolf. Give me that wolf. So, yeah.
Yeah. I just bought a Lego wolf thing because they just came out with it. I finished it, I think yesterday or the day before.
I remember that fucking guy, Mr. A. I really hated living with him, right? So I started drinking. I passed my PT test, and I got here. I was like 28, right? I passed my PT test, 17 to 21-year-old block, right? So I did. That means I did the run, which the run I always had a hard time with. You know, not so much passing, but getting a good score, right? So I even passed that bitch. Like I forget how quick I ran the 2 miles, right? You know, I crushed the push-ups, I crushed the sit-ups. I ran the 2 miles, and they were like, man. And it's only because I got out of airborne school. I was never in that good of shape again, you know? And they're like, hey, Callahan, you really killed it, man. You can go out as much as you want. You don't have to check in with me or nothing. And I started drinking something called Hefeweizen, right?
Oh.
Yes, you know all about that, living where you live now. It really puts weight in you quick. And even when I was in shape, like I don't drink it now, even if I'm in the mood for it. Because it is a bread machine. And but boy, did I fall in love with it. And then so I got here in July, which would be 21 years this July. And then I had my next PT test in October, and I failed it, like outright.
Wow,
failed it. I failed the run completely. Right. So I got Mr. A, you know, the guy I got turned down by a hooker, who is now thoroughly under my nerves, living there a couple months. This is in May of 2000. This isn't like October 2005. And he is constantly known for getting out of going to PT. He's in terrible shape, right? Right? So I come back, I'm like, oh, shit. So, and they're like, dude, don't worry about it. We'll put you in Fat Boy TV, PT. You'll fail the next one. But, you know, I was embarrassed, you know? So I go to eat. I come back. There he is. He's eating frozen fucking pizza in the morning. He has not gone to PT yet, right? And he's got the pizza in his, like the pizza's gunk in his mouth. He goes, hey, I heard you failed your PT test. Like, how the fuck did you find out that quick? And I'm like, oh, he was so happy that I'd failed at something. Because like the entire month here is I'd been with girls, I was partying, I made friends with everybody. I managed to avoid the I listened to my recruiter. She said don't sleep with the girls in the barracks, and I avoided a rape charge. Why my other friends did not. They all beat it in court, but it's better off that you don't get charged to begin with. There's a lot of femme cells in the Army. You know that? So what would happen with these broads is this is the first time they're away from home, and they didn't go to college, so they go to a party, they start drinking, have a good, and they go to bed with a guy, right? And then they'd wake up, be embarrassed about it, probably didn't want the other girls because you're in closer quarters. It's not like you're in if you bang a guy, maybe your fucking roommate will find out about it, right? In the Army, it's the whole floor. Right? Yeah. So, they wake up. They express some regret. They tell one of their girlfriends they regret it. The regret turns to, did he rape you? She decides to say yes because it's better than saying you regret it. They do the investigation. You go to jail for a while. You get checked out. And then the girl completely flubs when you have to go to court. That's what happened twice. Twice. One guy didn't get the second guy didn't even get to bang the chick. I tell you that's what Specialist Graham. No, he's from Boston. He's from I forget that fucking the black neighborhood in Boston. They all like, hey, let's go out. This is why I never went out with the girls in the barracks ever. And I had my black female recruiter beg me not to do it before I went there, and I listened to her. She what the fuck? She picked me up. I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with this. They all went out to a place called Black Sounds. Yes, there's a place called Black Sounds. You know why? Want to guess, Agent? He's
muted.
Sorry, I was trying to get water, but
all right. There's a place called Black Sounds. You know why they call it Black Sounds?
No, unfortunately.
Because they play black music, you dipshit. All right. That joke was went on finally.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So they all went there, all right? So we have a recent barracks whore who's done like 2 or 3 guys I know at this point and is now dating somebody steadily and is fighting on the way over there. My buddy Graham and another female and another guy, and I don't remember their names. It's been too long. It's been almost 20 years. Okay? So my homeboy, well, I shouldn't say homeboy because I found that means gangster. I'm not going to say that anymore. So my man, no, homie. That means the homies. Yeah. All right. So my homeboy, he's from Boston. We're friendly. And what happens is barracks whore gets in a verbal argument at Black Sounds with her boyfriend, right? She turns to my friend and she said, will you take me home? Right in front of him, by the way. Right in front of him. And she says, like, I don't know. Maybe he's like, maybe, she's like, take me home now. He makes an eye contact with the dude and he nods his head. They go back to his car. She gets in the car. Immediately, she starts flirting with him. He drives him all the way back to the barracks. She says, come in my room. Okay? They're sitting down on the bed, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, right? And she goes from everything from giggling to complaining about the ex-boyfriend and this, that. And all of a sudden, and he says, Tommy, I'm a man. She leaned in, tilted her head to kiss her. He said, he didn't even quite put his tongue in her mouth. She felt his before he held it, and the door swings open. If you don't lock it, her door swings open. It's him. It's the boy from Black Sounds. And here's what he says. He goes, I knew it. And he walks away and slams the door. She goes running out the door, right? She goes running out, and she's crying for him to come back, right? Right in front of my boy Graham, right? Mm-hmm. And she that I heard. I remember I was there. I heard the commotion. I remember that. And I heard all the commotion. And he got really unlucky. The girl that was on guard duty was a feminist Nazi, a feminazi. Mm-hmm. And he got really unlucky. And so she was panicked. So she naturally went up doing her job and said, what's the matter? And she says, I don't know how I got here. So she goes into feminist Nazi mode. Yeah, the sergeant. Right? It was like the one, I think if it was, I think if it was a black girl, they would have told her to go fuck. But it was a white chick, and it was obviously somebody who's going to school, and now they're in trouble. She goes down to get a rape kit. Of course, it comes up negative because she hasn't had intercourse. Right? The Army charges Graham anyway. They sent him down to a place called Hohenfeld's, right? And this really sucks because he had a baby mama. He hadn't seen his baby since she was born. Baby was like 2 at that point, and he was going back to Boston, and he wasn't allowed to leave post for the next 15 months. During that time, he couldn't do anything. He could never not be in uniform. There was no social. It was fucking miserable. He goes to court. He's looking at 50 years in prison. Okay?
Dear God.
Yeah, because they don't fuck around in there. He's looking at 50 years in prison. The day of the trial, there was a note slid under his and we all knew who it was from, under his door, and said, "I'm really sorry this happened. I never wanted this to happen to you. I hope you win today." No signature. Guess who it was? It was her.
Girl.
Because here's what happened. Yeah. Her father was a colonel in Hawaii, and they probably would have dismissed this bitch when the rape didn't come up clean. God knows what she told her father. But because it's a fucking colonel. Like, this is some big shot down in Hawaii, probably wringing my fucking commander's neck. And maybe even, there's supposed to be separation from Jag and the rest of the group, but nobody really totally believes it, right? So they charge this guy anyway. Well, lucky him. Guess who testified in his behalf? You want to guess?
The ex-boyfriend or the current boyfriend.
Medine, none of this is a joke. I'm not going anywhere. I'm telling you the absolute truth. What? The boyfriend, he did. And he used the word, he would have had to have been a magician, because apparently when he left to pick her up, he got right back in his own. They were tailing him. There simply wasn't enough time, right? Judge threw it out on the spot. The jury wasn't allowed to hear. They tossed it. But there's always a catch. When they sent him down to Hohenfeld's, they sent him back. And what he did something stupid, but they would have got him on something else anyway. And he lied to his sergeant in Wiesbaden, saying that he got another, 5 months in the mailroom down in Hohenfeld's. The reason he wanted to be in the mailroom down in Hohenfeld's was because he didn't want to walk around thinking everybody was a racist, because we all knew who he was. They didn't think he was a rapist, right? Well, yeah. Well, nothing happened. Nobody cared. It was also the second time I saw it. There's another one named. Her name was Mrs. R. She accused somebody too, and I remember when that guy got off, and you know what she said to me? "I'm glad he got off." I was like, "I thought the guy raped you." I was like, "Well, I don't remember what happened."
Jesus Christ!
I go, "You testified against him, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." Let me tell you something. When I tell you, I've told you a story before about the black woman that had the other guy talk to me about the girls in the Army.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I get on my feet. I get my hands and knees. And I kiss her. I kiss her feet. I'd wash her feet like Christ. I'm not joking. I am absolutely not joking. I would. That woman saved me. And she doesn't even know it to this day. Because she told me, she's like, she didn't want to say, stay away from those crazy bitches. You know what she wanted to say? Stay away from white girls. That's what she wanted to say. But she can't say that, because then she would have got hit with some kind of rape. I might have said something. She told me to stay away from white girls. What, do you hate white people? So yeah, it's never dated anybody. I dated German girls that are better looking, and they're not fucking insured. They're not unsure of themselves. They all have their own places, their own apartments. If they want to have sex, they feel like they're adults. They can handle it. Most of these people can't. It's really funny. Stay away from the snow bunnies. All right, let's get into this again. Let's start again. There's your story, but that's the truth. The barracks bunnies, I never fucked with them, ever. Why would I fuck with them? I got these beautiful European women, like, just down the street, and some of them are rich. Look where I live. But go ahead.
An Oregon man's Lego Star Wars collection is at the center of national controversy. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel McConaughey. Bricks and Minifigs has closed its location in Kaiser following allegations the owners did not honor a consignment agreement for a Lego collection worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And as reporter Eli Kuhn explains in our top story, the case is now being tied back to Eugene.
Tommy, I went to school with Robes, a guy who ate lunch every day. Talk about complicated feelings about me too.
The national Lego resale chain, Bricks and Minifigs, has permanently closed its location in Kaiser, following a dispute over a consignment agreement that's drawn tens of millions of views on social media. Brian Mansell says he and his 83-year-old father, Ed, spent years building a massive collection of Lego Star Wars.
You know, I keep coming back and thinking, like, the big thing is, why would they not just pay it off? It's just not that big a deal, 40 million income. I think not so much the Reddit, well, maybe him too. Maybe because they had his back, you know? But those two jerk-offs.
Josh and Brandon.
Yeah, Josh and Brand. Yeah. Maybe them. Maybe it was fucking religion. Maybe it was like, what the Jews have a name for? I'm not dumping on Jews here. Goyim. Right, that's the people outside, and then the infidels for the Muslims, and I don't know. The Christians have plenty of stuff. You're Catholic, you're Protestant. Stay away from my family. You know, they have all sorts of stuff. But I think there's a little bit of a goyim going on here. Like these, I can rip these people off because they're not one of us. That's what I do think came into it. But you know what? I will say this: two groups of people I generally like, have gotten along with splendidly over the year, really took it in the ass. Sikh Indians, who are great. I've never had a problem with Sikh Indians. I know they're awesome.
I know.
You know, I know it's terrible what happened. That guy deserves to go to jail the rest of his life. That killed that kid in England. But the Sikhs are really they're pretty pleasant for the most part. You know, I've never had an issue with them.
Never had a bad interaction.
And Mormons. I've never had a bad interaction with a Mormon either. No, I never lived in their neighborhoods of being a Catholic. So that would be a pain in the ass. But no, it's like, it's like two groups of people that are really getting it in the ass, and just for the behavior of one or two jackasses.
Yeah, my area has a bit of a large Mormon population.
It's
kind of strange.
You have any issues?
No, I haven't had. I've been friends with a couple of them.
We used to have a guy, Mormon John. He used to call in. He was a good. I used to play video games with him. He's a great guy. You know, so it's actually two groups of people that I actually have nice things to say about. You know, they're really.
I mean, we make fun of them a bit for having like 12 siblings and whatnot.
Yeah, whatever.
Sets worth roughly $200,000. He says he agreed to a consignment deal with the Kaiser location of Bricks and Minifigs, but he alleges when the location changed ownership in 2024, the new ownership took full control of the inventory and refused to honor the consignment. This led to a handful of lawsuits and national attention.
And let's not forget that this jackass was completely fine with that, and he was fucking calling orders in Fort Knox, whatever the fuck they're from.
American Fork.
Yeah, American Fork. What a shithole.
After the YouTuber Reckless Ben, or Ben Schneider, posted several videos investigating the case. Reckless Ben's videos on the subject have gained more than 17 million views on YouTube as of Friday, leading to the closing of the Kaiser location.
But we haven't had, I realize, you know how long it's been like we had an event like this? Shane Dawson. That's how long it's been. We used to get
Shane
these
Dawson
guys.
incident.
Yeah, when he used to put out a video, it's a big deal. It's any kind of video.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking before he kind of fell off. You know,
before he fucked his cat.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was like. I remember thinking, boy, I don't just making videos anymore. Thank God Shane Dawson is, because you could cover them and make lots of money. You know,
Bricks and Minifigs is saying, yes, we have all of Brian's Legos in our store. No, we didn't pay for them, but we would, and their answer for that is, we would never try to exploit an old man. But it seems like that's what they're doing.
We'll keep his fucking Legos.
They're exploiting an old man.
In a statement released Thursday, Bricks and Minifigs says it has parted ways with Kaiser franchise owners Joshua Johnson.
Doesn't he look like, I just saw Stand By Me, he looks like Wordy LaChance with blonder hair, right?
I can't comment. I'm not a movie buff.
Yes. I'll tell you who he looks like. All right. You know what actor I'm talking about? You like Star Trek?
Oh, we're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you? Oh, no.
Like Star Trek? He looks like Will Wheaton. He looks like Will Wheaton. The wordy from Steel. Yeah. He
like I don't know him from Star Trek. I only know him from Big Bang Theory when he was.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a nerd, guys. Even though I'm like a good Hollywood actor or whatever.
And Brandon Best.
I know him from being a complete SJW.
Following the closure of the Kaiser location. However, public records show Best is also listed as the owner of another franchise location here behind me in Eugene.
I wonder how far this is from Versus House.
And it's unclear whether he's still.
That's what got him interested because
it's kind of close. You should go in there and go in there and act like a total asshole in the store and just start breaking shit,
Owns or operates this location. I spoke with employees inside the West Eugene store, but they declined to comment on camera. They told me aside from the statement released by Bricks and Minifigs, they have not received any information related to the Eugene location. In that statement, the company writes they, quote, uncovered significant...
Why would you name a place Eugene? Eugene is the ugliest name. Like, maybe it's because I knew somebody named Eugene. I don't particularly like them. But it's just the ugliest name for anything.
I've got relatives that live there, Tommy. Don't talk shit now.
Well, I mean, I'd rather live there than my name be Eugene. We
I was there Eugene. A couple months ago for a concert.
It's awful. What an awful name. If your name's Eugene, just tell people your name's Gene. Like J.
There you go.
Yeah. Just say your name's Gene, and is that short for Eugene? And go, no.
Evidence of gross negligence in how the store was previously operated by the prior owner, which they say led to complications with the consignment. Bricks and Minifigs say the company has reached out to Mansell to meet.
It's not a question of elegant, it's an ugly name. Versed, it's an ugly name. Eugene is an ugly name. It's the name of somebody who works at McDonald's for 20 years, all right? And has gone the highest level of manager.
Meet and come to a mutual resolution. Reckless Ben also set up a GoFundMe for the Mansells, which as of Friday has raised more than $400,000. Reporting in Eugene, I'm Eli Kuhn.
Well, that's where we stand, supposedly. Let's go to this. Now, I want you to say something. I hate to say this. And I say this. Old Jeremy was in the right church and wrong pew. Reckless Ben has made some serious mistakes. We've touched on it a little bit. He's looking at a serious... we're not getting into this today, but he is working. Look, these people at Bricks and Minifigs can be the bad guy, and Reckless Ben could have committed defamation. Both can be true. They have evidence of some malice already by saying we're going to destroy this business. Never a smart thing to say. Now, I'm not rooting against Ben, but it's pretty clear. As you'll see, that Ben is not as smart as we thought. And I'm kind of guilty of this, maybe even Jeannie a little bit too. He's just a stupid YouTuber. I think his heart may be in the right place, but he fucked some of this up 6 ways to Sunday. There's no doubt about it. I don't like to admit that this fat fuck right here is right about anything. What's his name again? Scott Schaefer?
Scott Scammer?
Yeah, he's right. That's the problem. This is not him saying, hey guys, you really didn't buy a piece of land in Scotland. Ha ha, that's terrible. No shit, I didn't. It's funny. It's a goof. I think I want to go to somewhere in Scotland and say, get the fuck off my lawn. I got it for my wife as a goof, right? Yeah, he's a dick, but he's right. When you're right, you're right, Jimmy. All right.
So here is my challenge to anyone who believes I'm wrong. If anyone can find any court evidence that Ben won any case against the Bricks and Minifigs store, like he claims he did in the video, I will pay the first person to do so $1,000. My email is in the description.
It could have been $10 billion.
Below, and I'll be waiting patiently for anyone to prove me wrong. However, that's never going to happen because I've done extensive research on this, and it's clear Ben never won any of these cases like he says he did.
So this guy's offering $1,000 to the first person that can prove Reckless Ben.
And I will give Scott Schaefer this. It's a little tough. Schaefer's got a better reputation than Jeremy, right? It is very tough to point out the truth against somebody who is doing something pretty good, pointing out real corruption. And to me, the story has always been police corruption. in Fork, Indiana, where the fuck they are, Colorado or Utah or whatever the fuck it is. That's the real problem. I mean, I don't give a fuck about this money or the Legos all that much.
We've
I don't
said
really
it like
give
so
a
many times.
yeah.
We don't give. It's
We don't care.
police corruption.
It's the police department. But here's the thing: like, there's a lot of mistakes here, and it has a lot. I think it has a lot to do with Ben being sort of like a Mudahar, sort of like a Carl Jobst. I can do this, but nothing like I can do this, John Swanish. Like, I can do this. It's more like, no, I can do this. You know,
and isn't lying through his teeth. Let's see if he's right.
All right, I like Nate the lawyer. I'm a big fan, by the way.
He's one of the good ones.
Don't move. This is the story of how I got swatted.
It's the story of living next to an extremely obese cat.
All because of Legos.
I love the fact the cat's rubbing against him with his fucking, like, how ironic is that?
The whole thing started with me investigating a Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs.
Right.
The company sent two guys to steal the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection.
Yeah, we've seen all this
Bricks
before.
and Minifigs company is.
We didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business.
We still had to get the Legos back. Yeah. I made a promise to this family that I was not going to stop on my journey until we get them their entire Lego collection back.
So in that opening salvo, Reckless Ben made a very specific claim that they sued Bricks and Minifigs, the franchise, and they won that particular lawsuit.
We ended up taking them to court, and we actually won.
So as you heard, Reckless Ben said they went to court and they won. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is an absolute lie.
I'm going to tell you it probably isn't. It's not a lie. A lie would entail that they knew better. I think it becomes very clear throughout this, you'll see, and I think Nate comes to this conclusion, that Ben didn't know what the fuck he was doing. But no ill will, no malice, no deception. I don't think there was any deception at all. It's just he told people he won a lawsuit that he didn't. And it actually explains some statements by the CEO and our fat friend in Fork, Utah, which I hope falls into the earth in the depths of hell.
Reckless Ben did not win a lawsuit against Bricks and Minifig. If anyone is telling you that, they are lying to you.
If anybody's telling you that, they're probably full of shit. Big difference between being full of shit and lying. Lying is knowingly being full of shit. I'm going to tell this guy this straight up shit.
Matter of fact, Reckless Ben says it's a lie.
Small claims court. CEO said that you guys didn't win and you didn't show any proof or case number. Can you prove that you won those court cases?
So we did. He's correct. We did not win the court case.
Oh,
now I know people are going to say, Nate's lying. Nate's just against Reckless Ben. Oh my God, these facts are so bad because they don't approve of my preconceived notion. But this is Reckless Ben telling you he did not win. So don't. I see the chat. Nate's bad take.
No, but hold on. Play it again.
What he's saying.
No, play it again. Maybe if there's
bad take by a bunch of fucking people who don't think and have their takes force fed to them by people like Mr. Takes and YouTubers.
But I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep playing it.
We filed motion for default judgment because they didn't respond, and so the day after we filed motion for default judgment, they closed the store down.
Okay, so that explains that.
No, it doesn't, because we actually have the documents and we can show exactly what happened in court. This is what happened in this particular case, and you actually see it.
See, I think what you're going to find out is I don't think Ben lied there either. I think he thought he won a default judgment.
Well,
as you're going to find out,
I would assume the same thing.
He sued the wrong guy. In fact, it's going to make some explanation for some of the stuff you saw that was re-released on Friday. That was released on Friday. He sued the guy that used to own the store, which makes a lot of sense because remember they were saying those documents are fake. There's somebody else used to work it. It's their problem. We don't have anything to do with it. I think that our bold friend knew that he sued the wrong guy. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. I don't think Ben knew that at the time. And there's no evidence to suggest that he did. But what that does show is Ben's a stupid YouTuber. and he should have had a lawyer. But it's like Jeannie said, we'll get there later. It's like Jeannie said, he didn't get a lawyer because they didn't think they could afford it. They didn't think they were going to have 17. They even got paid for next month yet. You know, they didn't think, which I'm sure is true. And then they decided, more than likely, this is what my theory is, we can do this. We can figure this out. It's all right there in the book. As we've seen with Carl Jopes and other fucking dipshit YouTubers that are generally not stupid people, they think they can just read their way into it. And no, that's why you have lawyers.
In Reckless Ben's video, when you're suing a particular corporation or anything, you will serve their registered agent. If you have a corporation, LLC or something like that, you have to have a registered agent on file. And that registered agent's job is to accept process service, right? So let's say if I want to sue Walmart, I just don't go into a Walmart and hand the cashier papers and say you're served. I serve their registered agent. Now, when Reckless Ben filed his lawsuit, he went into the store and served the person at the counter.
Your legal paperwork?
This is good. And then you're going to start to see that Ben's a little stupid.
You have been served.
The first lawsuit has officially been served. Good luck, guys.
Here's my resume.
No, it hasn't.
Just so people understand this, it's not because you've remitted the lawsuit to someone who works at the store that they have been legally served. And if you need
That's quick. Attorney ChatGPT.
$5. Attorney ChatGPT has lost more cases than any singular public defender could ever.
You're right. You're right. So get this in mind. She served this chick. That's why the girl's, I don't give a fuck. I'll take it. You know, she served her. This was not the right way to do it.
Alternative methods of service that bypass.
No wonder he thought that he won by default. Because the right people were never served.
Or that are exceptions to the recognized under the procedure, you can go to court and say, I can't find
it probably is. You guys are right. It's probably, I didn't even think of ChatGPT, but I'm sure you're right.
The person because they've absconded. Can I have permission to serve by way of public notice in a newspaper, for example? In this case, what it sounds like is they gave the lawsuit to someone at the store who was not legally authorized to accept service for and on behalf of the corporation.
You mean the person behind the counter who's making about $7 an hour is not the right person? Who knew? You like some fucking kid working part-time?
They were not an assigned person. And a judge later on said, no, you said they were served, but you don't understand the law. You gave a piece of paper to that person could be a customer.
It's an employee.
It'd be funny if it was a customer. Like I was like back there because I knew the guy. And it's like, hey, dude, I go to the bathroom. Can you stand behind this? Yeah, sure. Let me talk. I'm fuck with these Legos, right? Yeah, you go right ahead. Some guy goes, you've been served. Yeah, you're right. Whoa, crazy. I'm go back. Oops. He's like, hey, what happened? Oh, some guy came in and nothing happened.
You know, now, and you're 1,000% right? When he handed this lawsuit to this woman, she is not authorized to accept service for the company.
Necessarily. She might be. She might be.
She might be. Let's hear this.
Yeah. The person who's generally has the ability to accept service.
Bam clerk. Honestly, I just...
Clerk donated $5. Honestly, I just used that paper to doodle on when I was bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like the president or somebody high up, or their registered agent, which you can find just with the search of the company, right? So him handing this woman these papers is...
If he had a lawyer, he would have known that. But he did himself. And let me tell you something, man. I think there's a certain amount of honor. I'm absolutely, like, it's one of those things like, look, he knew he was going to get a lot of hits by helping that poor family with the Lego correction. I have nothing but empathy for them, right? But they weren't the right people for the job. You know, and I think his heart was in the right place. I think he's better. He's certainly better than these fucking Mormons. Not Mormons in general, these Mormons. I just want to make that clear. I generally like Mormons, you know. But, you know, it's like, yeah, he was like, we've seen this so many times before. If you guys, like most of the people left on Shop from the Point are hardcores. How many times have we seen that YouTubers that are just completely in over their heads? I mean, I kind of made my name on this shit, you know, like Alex, all these guys way in over their heads, you know, and they usually pay a pretty steep price for it.
Not service. And how do we know it's not service? Well, the court said this wasn't good enough service.
If I may also, just to address, she said she was, does not make it legal.
She also said she was fucking Agatha Christie. Like, what the fuck, Chad? What the fuck? Like, she was. What does the judge do? Oh, well, it counts now because, like, anybody can say they said they were, and if they say they were, then they were. What the fuck? Where are you from?
You're talking about a lot of people who get their legal knowledge of the law from like movies and TV.
Yeah.
shows
Oh
where
God. Yeah.
It happens over the course of a couple hours and not a couple months.
I know. Yeah. Like Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Yeah. Dun. I think it's like
what's the Lincoln Lawyer?
Remember who was that fucking murder that took place in Iowa? They were like, how come this isn't wrapped already? You know, because it's not an episode of fucking Law and Order. It's a fucking real murder case with those beautiful girls that were killed up in Iowa. And their friend and their buddy.
They were killed in Washington, thank you.
Yeah, the guy, I forget what it was. The guy that was like, he had a really Deutsche last name. He thought he was going to commit for a perfect murder. I can't remember his name. He got life, thankfully. What was that guy's name? I forgot.
Legally binding. Like, I don't know that she said she was
the right person.
And here's the thing: you have 3 lawyers over here. I don't know Eric Hunley that well. All right, he seems like a decent man to me. I'm a big truster of Nate the lawyer. Nate has said uncomfortable things in the past that were unpopular. When the guy who discovered him didn't. And I've seen lawyers do this. You know, they kind of just like, well, that's not going to work with the internet. And I am a bit of a YouTuber, making a lot of money on YouTube. Nate is always, people will turn on him. He's like a black guy that's ex-NYPD, right? And he kind of appears to be pro-Trump. And then when Trump's in the wrong, he'll fucking say it. And he gets a lot of shit and a lot of dislikes. But he's like, no, man, he's fucking never fucking wrong. So this is the right guy. This guy's like, you know, these people, it's like you get in a situation where, you know, I used to think this is a ridiculous thing that was said that we're all kind of trapped in our own news feeds. So every time we hear something that's like outside of that, we don't know how to deal with it. I think there is actually some truth to that.
Listen.
And by the way, other people in the chat saying, well, they refuse to accept service. That's when you go to court and say they are actively refusing to accept service. We need an alternate method of legitimate legal service so that we can come back to you.
Yeah, but only a lawyer. See, they didn't know how to do that because they didn't have a lawyer.
And say they refused. You gave us permission to do it this way by stapling it to their front door. And then we come back. So that she said she's an agent is not a legal reality. Maybe she lied. Maybe she doesn't even know what an agent means. Like many people in the chat don't understand what a legitimate agent for accepting service means.
But so here is, just so we all see too, here is the document, because that's the woman they served from the court. Dude. And as it says here,
thanks so much, Steve.
It was denied. Donated $5. Is this a LOL suit?
Is it a lawsuit? Kinda. It's funny that the right person didn't get served.
I don't know if I'd say it's a lol suit.
No, it's not a lawsuit. It's funny though. It might make you laugh out loud, but it's not a lawsuit.
Because they put this in for.
Look at the defense.
Yeah.
Though it was the corporation, not the franchisee. So
this is the franchisee.
That's the franchisee.
It's really bad. You see, the problem with he accidentally filed to sue the old owners in the LLC, and that's why I think when the guy with the red fucking jacket was talking to that cop and lying to that cop. He was trying to say, no. I think they were aware that they sued the wrong owner. That actually makes perfect sense now. That he was so sure. That's why they thought that in Fort, Utah, they thought they could avoid this because they knew he fucked it. They didn't have any right to serve him. But then fucking old fat bald guy couldn't tell him that because that means he knew he was in the wrong. And here's the truth is they own the store when they served him. So they tried to hope that they could pin it on the former owners. So it was them. They're the ones that won't return it. They're the ones that have it. But he didn't do this right. And that was the whole thing. That was his whole fucking first video. I did this right. And I didn't get justice. No, you didn't. And that's the truth.
That's LLC, yeah.
That's not corporate.
Just so everybody can see, you can also get the documents directly from the source here. So so we actually looked it up on the thing too. So that's where these documents are coming from. You could put this case number in, and this case number will come up to exactly what we're talking about.
And so
on the upper right-hand side, it says...
Well, I mean, I don't know if you missed it, but how about we put the onus on the court to notify, especially hostile situations such as divorces? Yes, and according to Nate the lawyer, that's the step he missed.
Willie is
Take
saying
him to the court.
That lawsuit they were trying to serve was personal to Josh and has nothing to do with the papers on screen.
When you come up and explain it. The lawsuit was personal to Josh and had nothing to do with the papers on the screen. But so this says denied proof of service. So they're putting up the wrong thing, is what he's saying. So is wait a minute. Is Willie saying?
I don't know if we're talking about two different ones.
Yeah.
There was the two different. There was the first one, which is the one he said he won and whatnot, but then they closed the store. And then there's the second one, which is where they tried to sue him personal to Josh and Brandon. Because the first one was against the store. The second one is now personally against Josh and Brandon.
Yeah, they probably closed the store for the second one. Yeah, maybe. But they haven't been served. They still didn't do it right. And all right, the second one. They were probably trying to avoid.
The first case.
Yeah, they were probably trying to avoid the service. Well, here's the thing. This whole thing comes out of we won. They didn't win shit.
He didn't win. He's saying the lawsuit on screen is the one that Ben said he won, which
he hasn't won anything.
Nate is currently talking about.
What's that?
Willie just said the lawsuit on screen is the one Ben says he won, which is what Nate is talking about.
This is the one he says he won, but he doesn't win anything. Hold on.
Maybe she lied. Maybe she doesn't even know what an agent means. Like many people in the chat don't understand what a legitimate agent for accepting service means.
But so here is, just so we all see too, here is the document, because that's the woman they served from the court. And as it says,
they're saying they're saying this is the first service.
Yeah. Do you want Willie to come in here?
Sure.
He's offered to come in.
Sure.
Yeah, always. Hop on in.
Absolutely.
I'll drag him in when I see him.
Baby. Where is he? But I mean, unless Nate's making a mistake, and Nate maybe made a mistake.
And she's an agent is not a legal reality. Maybe she lied. Maybe she doesn't even know what an agent means. Like many people in the chat don't understand what.
All right, here we go. Willie back.
All right, Willie's in.
All right, they're saying like if you open it up, they're saying the one they served him with is
legitimate agent for accepting service.
The one that's in the.
So here is just so.
Explain.
So Ben tried to sue or serve a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah.
This is the one Ben said he won and he filed for default judgment.
Okay.
He never got that default judgment because he sued the old LLC. So this is one of the ones that got denied. Ben had multiple lawsuits denied.
Well, that's what he's saying. This one got denied.
No, I'm agreeing with you on that. But then when you're talking about the footage of the cop talking to Josh, that's when he's trying to sue Josh personally. That's a whole nother thing.
Okay, that's a whole different thing. Okay, thanks for separating.
And from what I understand, that's been accepted right now.
But
again, it's like the small claims stuff that could get denied later. Who knows if you did that right.
Okay, so I'm getting the two confused. Thanks.
There's
But I think
so many papers.
When I got confused, do you remember that one time when he's talking to the cop and the guy with the red hair, the bald guy with the red, he kept on saying that he kept on saying the former owners were responsible, and that's who Ben sued by accident, right? Do you think that they were fucking aware of this stuff?
No, Josh never saw the papers. If you watch the full thing, that full body cam footage, Josh is, kind of by design of Ben. Josh thinks that Ben's just fucking with him and didn't file a real lawsuit.
You believe that?
What'd you say?
You actually believe that? Because I mean, he's
lying. But he's also was part of Ben's plan in his video.
Yeah, but he's also lying. I don't know if I can take that seriously because he's also lying, saying that these guys threaten him. On top of that, so it makes me think that he may be trying to convince the cops that this lawsuit's illegitimate and may have some kind
there's such a funny part of that body cam where because they accidentally leaked the unredacted versions, right? And there's such a funny part of that body cam where the cop goes, all right, I'm going to go check to see if this is real. He goes, the court tells him, yeah, it hasn't been served yet. And the cop talks to the court. He goes, so this needs to be served still? And he goes, yeah. And the cop walks back to him.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, see, told you it was fake. And the cop goes, no, this is real. And Josh goes, what do you mean? Who's being sued? And he goes, well, this is Ben suing you. And Josh goes, no, that fucking idiot. There's no way. And Josh goes, can I see it?
Yeah.
And the cop goes, no, I can't give this to you.
That's right. You're right. I did see that.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So this is another thing. Now, again, I don't know if this is going to come out that something ended up being filed wrong there eventually. But from what I understand,
we had right church wrong too. Ben has made some pretty decent sized mistakes, probably to save money. I think that's fair to say, correct?
Oh, I think Ben's just making content. Like the whole scheme of we're going to sue you 10 times through small claims court. It's just like fucking funny. You know,
it is kind of funny.
I was never
but
sure.
But you're also, but I mean, that is funny, but you're also fucking with a multi-million. I mean, I feel like the same thing like for Frogan. You guys are all fucking around multimillionaires, you know. And
Tommy, his name's Reckless Ben. It's not called Well-Mannered Ben. It's Reckless Ben. He's doing some crazy shit, dude. Tommy's like watching. He's like watching fucking Steve, and he goes, "You know what? You're really kind of making a jackass of your." Yes, that's the name of the fucking show, dude.
Yeah, but I thought that was I thought he was being facetious. I didn't think he was being literal. I didn't think he was. I thought that was like hyperbole.
Dude, this guy's done tons of shit. I've watched some of his old content where I'm just sitting there going, I don't know how this fucking guy hasn't been sued before. And it turns out he has been sued before. This is his thing. Now,
so this is all a part of the act, is what you're saying.
Ben low key, kind of smart because he knows he kind of skirts these lines where he doesn't. He's not quite able to be got. Where it seems like he fucked up though is if he's really in Mexico, he could be bail dodging. And that could be pretty fucking serious.
So let me ask you something about that.
Obviously
I got a donation. Hold on a second. Reckless Bud going to have to change to penalty spend too. Yeah, was going to Mexico, is that illegal if he's wanted or something?
If he's actually dodging the bail like he says he is, then that could lead to like criminal stuff. And even if he's, from what I understand from the guy I watched, and this guy's like won like the biggest civil court winning in like Michigan ever, right? So this guy's like a real legit lawyer.
Yeah.
He was saying like, even if he's completely not guilty for this other stuff, which I think there's a chance he could get out of, like a good chance he could get out of, him dodging bail is illegal no matter what, even if he gets let off on the other charges.
Okay. So, but he could be, that could be bullshit too. You know, who knows? So,
I mean, who knows? He's really dodging it. We don't know all the details. I'm sure he's talking to an army of lawyers.
Well, now he is. Yeah, this is deadly serious. I can't believe Reckless Ben is so irresponsible. Yeah, but I mean, I did think that was. I think that he was being facetious. But
the key thing with Ben here is where people go like, well, he should have just stayed and been locked up in fucking jail. It's like, dude, if this story doesn't come out, then there's a good chance Ben has these charges and he doesn't have any viral videos, which is the only thing keeping him alive right now. Him having this like public momentum, guess what? True. That's going to fuel his, these lawyers that are going to want to defend him and probably give him a good deal and financially back him. And look, people think Ben's rich. Dude, Ben's videos are all demonetized and copyright claimed. I don't think he's made much money. All right, his money comes from like Patreon.
Patreon, you think? Hey, also, I did get the vibe that he had rich parents. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, I have no idea about that part.
But did you get that vibe as well? That he came from money? I did.
Maybe, but he doesn't have rich. He's not. His parents probably aren't rich enough to do this.
With this, yeah, okay.
To fund this shit, you know?
Yeah, he kind of seemed like a private school kid to me, you know.
I will say, dude, like Ben is he's on a fucking generational run here, and like I said, I don't think this shit's smart, but I do love like the fucking I do love the recklessness of it, of like, fuck it, dude, like we ball, like it's content, we ball, dude. It's fucking crazy.
You know what the problem with that is like you get guys like, you know, Nate the lawyer here and what have you, and they're trying to show you, look, I don't hate Ben here, but he made some mistakes, and they're like, oh no, bad take, you're supporting Josh, you're supporting the Mormons, you're supporting this, and you can't, through all this noise and this popularity, it's not Ben's fault per se, of like Ben's videos, you can't even squeeze an ounce of truth in there, you know? I mean,
hey, I'm going to break to you guys. There's a chance that Reckless Ben made some reckless choices and it leads to some very real consequences.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to see where that is. It's
so
probably
your whole thing is, I don't care what happens. I'm here for the ride because the ride's good.
Well, I think at the end of the day, dude, when whatever consequences Ben faced, I don't think will be that devastatingly horrible. I think it may suck. He may face some, but it's not going to be like Ben's locked up for fucking 5 years or some crazy shit.
Wait a minute. Can you teach Tommy how to pronounce fictitious after the after show? I didn't say that correctly, Jeannie?
Well, he's talking about factitious, but there's also facetious. So
facetious, facetious. I can't see that. My eyes are getting really bad. Facetious.
Yeah, there's facetious and there's factitious.
I famously not.
Hey! I use facetious correct in that sentence. Go fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I got a fucking English teacher right here, so you can lick my balls.
Yeah, I think there's a chance that there's consequences, but it'll be like the Ethan Denham shit, where it's like, all right, well, maybe like.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like he's got to delete a video or paste. It's not going to be that bad in my opinion. But
hey, guess who spiked the football?
This shit's going to cost him a ton of the real punishment's going to be all the fucking lawyers and shit.
Put it on the chat if you want me to piss Willie off. Everybody, do you want me to piss Willie off right now?
Don't do it.
Why not?
I know what he's going to say.
What? What do you think I'm going to say?
No, go on, say it.
No, I was like, I want to get some ones. Nobody wants to piss you off. I'm not. You're a big YouTuber. I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, Tommy, I just don't with
only
that,
dude,
okay.
Guess who I got a call from today? I got a call from a guy. He said, man, I'm like you, Tommy. People ought to start saying I was right all along too. Ha ha ha.
I have no clue what this is about.
Yeah. He goes, Beckett came in and he did like this air dunk in the middle of the air. I was right. He was going to lose the lawsuit. Reverse fucking gorilla dunk. But I talked to Beckett and he was like, some people got to start saying that I was right about it. And I'm like, well, yes, you were right. Well, I'll give Beckett this. He called the law. He said they're going to walk. And it started to look like if Frogan would have stuck to it, she might have walked too, right? So, but what he did say, where I did disagree with him, is he was going on and on. This is something me and you agree on now, and me only recently. Whether Ethan loses or wins, it's not going to affect the commentary as much as everybody said it would. It had the potential to, but it's not, and I think he agreed on that as well. But yeah, it's like, I mean, look, he's feeling Beckett's feeling a little vindicated. I know he's really liking me saying this in front of you.
Yeah, dude, their whole fucking people's whole thing where they're like, "This is the end of React content." It's like, bro, you fucking lazy shits. We're gonna steal content no matter what this ruling is. Let's be real. Chuck Logic's gonna be all terrified and not watch a fucking YouTube video anymore because of a United States court ruling. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, it's true. No, but I do think, in fairness to Beckett though, and a lot of other people, I think it's okay because I've been this way before. I think, and you've used the term in some of your videos, why hand them the keys in certain situations. I do worry if everybody starts suing each other, it could potentially affect it. But you know what? I don't think no matter how this Ethan Klein case shakes out, and I don't give a fuck. It's not my money. I don't give a fuck if he loses. I'm not emotionally invested in him winning or losing. So I don't get to say, I prove you all are wrong. That's for like DGGers and anti-DGGers to give a fuck about, not me.
I mean, there's a chance that she wins this content nuke part and then she loses the pre-stream part, right? Where she reacts to his stream. Like, I just don't know. You don't know how this shit's going to turn out. That's why this is at court.
You don't know.
I mean, too, dude, if you're a React streamer, this is a fucking huge dub for you. I don't mind you taking your fucking victory lap. You can fucking... This ruling makes it look like you can really react to fucking anything. Yeah,
anything. Well, one of the things that Beckett said is there were like for all the people, and I kind of figured myself, for all the people that were saying, look at this example, they're inviting people in here to break the law. Well, that only counts if you're actually breaking the law. If you're actually, if you're saying let's break the law together, and you actually talk over the thing, you pause it, you criticize it, then that's fair use. And I think I'm not sure. But I think Beckett said they cited Sargon's case, which is if you could do Sargon.
Well, the funniest part is they basically, from what I at least saw, I just skimmed it. They basically cited a lot of Ethan's case, and then they even cited Ethan's filing. I think where they were like, your whole filing here is that she's saying all these things against you that you don't believe and you think is wrong about the nuke. But then you're saying she's stealing the nuke.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole thing, you're basically saying she's giving bad criticism, but then you're suing over He's not transformative enough.
He's not transformative enough. Yeah.
You know, so look, it's sort of like an oxymoron.
I don't give a fuck that he gave those people hell. They're horrible fucking people. They should all burn in hell. But and I don't care that they were uncomfortable for a year or so. And you know, whatever. But that's getting off this. Let's get back onto this real quick
because they put this in.
Well, look at the defendant, though. It was the corporation, not the franchisee. So
this is the franchisee.
That's the franchisee. That's not
LLC. Yeah.
That's not corporate.
Just so everybody can see, you can also get the documents directly from the source here.
This is the old franchisee.
So we actually looked it up on there on the thing too. So these docs, so that's where these documents are coming from. You could put this case number in, and this case number will come up to exactly what we were talking about.
All right, let's get right to Ben sued the wrong company. All right.
In the documents, we can see that Ben tried to sue an LLC known as L2 Bricks LLC. Unfortunately for Ben, this was the
L number 2
former owner of the store's LLC, and we can see it was dissolved in 2018 after a failure to renew. When the new owners took over the store, they formed a new business known as Salem Barker Bricks Incorporated. Ben wasn't aware of this apparently and sued the defunct LLC from 2018.
That's a problem.
So, just so
that's a big problem. No, I don't think that Ben was
not that big of a problem.
Well, it makes him look. It makes that video. Have that information and watch the video again. Is it as good?
No, but it's just not that big of a deal.
No, I don't know. It's not a big deal. Well, what's a big deal? You know, it's not that big of a deal. It's just it's just not a good thing. It's not a good look, at very least. I mean,
I guess.
What are your goals? If your goals are like total destruction, I guess you could say that. But it just doesn't. It doesn't make him look. Well, I guess. All right, fine.
His goal is to get the word out there and control this guy.
I'm sorry, I'm not out of the reckless Ben mindset not being a joke or a gag or an Andy Kaufman thing. He's actually
the foundation of this lawsuit is that he's trying to use a loophole that I don't even know if this is legally sound. We've sold the Lego that we don't own, that we don't have in possession, to ourselves, so we could take them to small claims court because we can only get small claims court only gives a max of $10,000, and we split it up 10 different times and are trying to file out. Like it's like already like a ridiculous concept that I don't know if actually brought through the legal ringer would work. Like it's. I just think people taking this shit too seriously on this like small claims thing.
Yeah,
it's fun talking. I'm cool with these guys doing the stream, and
well, they're all lawyers. They're all practicing
lawyers. Schaefer's like on Twitter, like making it seem like Ben's this evil liar, and it's like I think that's a weird way to go.
No, and you know what? And Nate addresses that. Let's watch the rest of it.
See, Ben, I'm sorry,
but I do think this is a fair criticism of Josh. You know, or not Josh of Ben,
because I wanted people to understand what was going on. Ben sued the wrong place. Right,
that's a problem.
2018 it closed.
That's an issue.
Then the place closes down. Right, the new place. They say, "Oh, when did we're going to close down?" And then Ben says, "We won the lawsuit. The lawsuit that they sued the wrong company about," and is going around saying, that. So
that's Nate's biggest issue, that he ran around saying we won the lawsuit. And I think when he says that,
if you put out the video and then you get the information that it's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying he lied.
No,
I'm not saying
that's
he lied.
what I'm saying. This isn't that big of a deal.
It's still, it's not that big. It looks awful though. Come on, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Does it look awful though if he just corrects it?
No,
which he has.
It does make him look like kind of a dummy. That's not very serious. Not a very serious person. Yeah.
He's in a Speedo in this video.
Yeah, I guess.
Of course, he's not a serious person.
How long can you hide behind the reckless Ben persona when you're doing big boy shit? He's looking at big boy lawsuits.
He didn't think it was going to be this big.
I'm sure of that, and like I said, Nate will get into this about how I feel.
I don't think it's hiding behind the persona. It's making a mistake of trying to do like these schemes to
It's not a big mistake to sit there and we won the lawsuit. We won the. I guess we didn't.
It's not that big of a mistake.
All right. I'm not going to. That's
think
subjective.
of it like this. He probably saw it as this, where it's like, oh, I'm going to make this video. He's going to get his Legos back, and all of this is just going to blow over. Weeks later, now
it's a big boy shit. No, you're right.
Now it's a big boy deal.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, fair enough.
Let's be honest. Any other company would have given this guy his Legos back by now, and it would have been over.
No, I think that's the religious angle.
400,000 subs.
Yeah.
Less than a month ago.
Really? Oh wow.
And now he's like at 1.2 million.
Now he's a motherfucking legend.
Documents are on the screen. Like this is not something we're just making up.
No, Nate. We have a man in the chat. He says he won the lawsuit because they shut down the location. It all depends on how to define when. He didn't.
Why? Imagine telling a bunch of lawyers that.
He didn't.
That comment.
Okay,
but I mean, that's what they're having to deal with. They have to deal with these fucking people that they're our fans and are all threatening to pull their money and their memberships and shit because they don't want to listen. They don't want to hear that Ben could have possibly made a mistake.
This is sort of the weird hate triangle that's going on here, Tommy, where Reckless Ben screwed up, so lawyers are simply correcting it. Well, the fans are mad because they think that's siding with the other guy.
Yes, and it's because everything comes down to like fucking. I mean, everybody's so stupid.
Hold on. The triangle is then the lawyers are getting mad at Ben because his fans are acting this way.
No. You'll see. The lawyers these guys never actually get mad at Ben. They just say you made a mistake. It's Schaefer is the one that's making him out to be the bad guy. You'll see.
We'll just change the reality and reframe it to, well, they hurt, so therefore he won. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I understand this is, right, but they're going to like what we say in the latter half of this video, but they're not going to like what we're saying now because obviously it's
unpopular.
It's not favorable to Ben, which I understand. But you guys want us to give you the truth, and I'm assuming you guys don't want us to just sit here and lie to you.
It's wild.
I think you're wrong, Nate. They want you to lie to them. I've seen it too many times and too many fucking people getting together and something's not. It doesn't matter. Once the fucking train starts rolling, it doesn't matter.
I do want to say at the end of this, I don't think anybody has clean hands in this. I think everybody's made some mistakes. I think Ben has made a lot of mistakes because I think he went into this YouTube prank stuff pretty hard. He was hard in the paint. But I do think morally he's on the right side. I think what the cops.
Bingo. That's what I think right there.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. 100%
that's it right there.
A dead. Let Nate finish. I love Nate. Nate, by the way, survived a giant, he went hard in the paint, a basketball-sized tumor in his head. It's a little bit of exaggerated. Yeah, the reason he's wearing that in his head, they just took a giant tumor, and he was fine. He's like, guys, I'm going to hospital. I'm getting my brain tumor removed. It was like that. And we didn't know if we were going to hear from him. But fucking Nate.
That's what happens when you talk about Lego drama too.
I guess so. I'm a big fan of this guy.
I think Bricks and Minifigs, especially have destroyed their business. Nobody's going to deal with them anymore, especially because
they're fucked. They're big. And from that perspective, you're right. No one's going to fucking deal with them, so it's not that big a deal. I think it is a big deal, possibly for some lawsuits, because those guys are going to go to the grave trying to ruin his life. Reckless man.
We'll see, dude. Like it's a big corporation, so if you get people where the CEO can have like his personal grudge as much as he wants, if the people with money involved are like, bro, you're hurting our bottom line, this stuff could get dropped. I have no idea.
Oh no!
All the Lego people I've watched are saying we're not working with Bricks and Minifigs.
Oh, I'm sure
we don't recommend going to them.
Oh no! How could
the news is reporting their like earnings are down like across the board now ever since this?
Good because no matter how much they fuck this up as far as the stupid extreme athlete fucking goofball frat boy YouTuber, these people are no fucking good. These people corrupted an entire police force. That's really concerning. That's the only thing that concerns me. The money doesn't concern me at all. I don't think it's even that important in the grand scheme. The fact that I can go to a place in America and somebody could attempt to put me in jail for heroin use that I never committed just because I got into it with some fucking fat ass elder in some whack ass church. That's what concerns me. I have a problem with more of the way the cops treated him than any other aspect. Fuck those Legos. Fuck them. They're just plastic. And I know that family's going to be taken care of after this.
Dude,
anyway.
Tommy, did you see that they Bricks and Minifigs sent a false copyright strike to take down a guy's video?
No, I didn't.
Bro, it's so funny, dude. They sent like him an email too. They're like, actually, that employee just made a mistake. So
it's legitimate beef. I think his claims are legitimate. But I think the way he's going about them, and to that extent, this is a YouTube kid. He's trying to figure this stuff out, and this law stuff is complicated. And him suing the wrong person, saying he won.
He's giving the benefit of the doubt here. He's saying like this shit's complicated. He's trying to do it himself. He's not even shaming him like what most lawyers would do for trying to do it himself. I'm going to shame him for trying to do it himself because it's always stupid.
I'm giving him a little grace, but I have to also call out.
I mean, that's
the
what
nonsense,
small
right?
claims court is, though. That's what you do.
Well, in fairness, no, you're right about that.
This wasn't
if you fuck up the paperwork, you just refile. It's not
small. Yeah, no, that's true. But it's small claims court with a fucking big company like this.
About
no. That's Ben is. I think when you watch the video, it's very clear how ridiculous Ben's plan is. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if none of that shit works.
I'm not that legally wise. Oh, so you think he just did it, seeing if it would work?
Because when you watch it, it's him literally going like, guys, we can't afford to sue him, but we could take him to small claims court. So if we sell the Legos that we don't have to each other and sue him 10 different times, that'll equal $100,000.
Oh, I didn't see. I never watched the original.
This is what I'm talking about. People getting out of this shit. It's very clearly something that.
All right. I got into it as like the second video when all the shit goes down. So I'm only like involved in the serious stuff. So like the original stuff I never really watched. Everybody told me to watch it, in fairness. But that was like
original video. It's very clear, like this might not work. He's escalating in like the goofiest ways.
He's doing it like that total California dude way. Let's do it, dude. What could happen?
He's literally, he's trolling. Yeah, like he's completely trolling.
Yeah,
like that's when it's like these charges for harassment or stalking.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Low key, dude. Like I don't know. I heard some lawyers talk about it. He might meet some bar of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because the tone of his video. I don't know the way this will go.
How is it fucking stalking? And every time the cops tell you to leave, you do.
$1,000.
I don't know. That's another story for another time.
Does that make a difference?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it doesn't, but I think it's appropriate to clarify.
Ben
says he won a lawsuit. He didn't win a lawsuit.
So here is my challenge to anyone who believes I'm wrong.
Well, what a shot. Scott Shaver's an asshole.
If anyone can find any court evidence that Ben won any...
Because he probably doesn't understand it either. Right? He just understands.
Does this not? It seems ridiculous when watching this because it's like he's taking a fucking meme.
Yeah.
And like Ben's a liar. It's like I don't.
Well, yeah, because he's probably like me. He's probably like me. And he watched the second video. He didn't watch the one from a year ago. More than likely.
I'm gonna find this part in the first video, and you tell me if this comes off the same. Because if you do, then fair enough.
Yeah.
Bricks and Minifig store. Like he claims he did in the video, I will pay the first person to do so $1,000. My email is in the description below, and I'll be waiting patiently for anyone to prove me wrong. However, that's never going to happen because I've done extensive research on this, and
it's typical.
I like how it's just like it's a lot of money, but it's like not so much that he couldn't pay up in case something comes out.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. It's funny too. It's with Scott. Remember when he busted the buy a piece of a square plot in Scotland, established things, right? And I remember him, like, because I bought one of those for my wife as a goof, like a gag gift. They used to sell them at Spencer's. I don't live near Spencer's no more, right? I think it's called Hot Topic now or something. And
no, Spencer's is still a thing.
Spencer's still a thing. Yeah, I used to buy shit like this at Spencer's. So I bought the because my wife likes Celtic stuff. And I wrote, we spelled her name. We spelled my name in Gaelic, my last name in Gaelic. So Andy O'Callaghan got a plot in Scotland, and that was a big fucking laugh, right? And then you see the whole thing comes out, and it's like, it's not really a plot in Scotland. I'm thinking to myself, no shit,
Dude, that's what I felt. But what the fuck ever.
Like no shit. Yeah, I fell for it. I guess. Like I was never going there to. Is this my plot? No, it was a fucking funny piece of paper to give my wife. Yeah, I overpaid for it. So what? It's funny.
No, it wasn't. The plot was fake. It was that you weren't really like a king in Scotland.
Really?
It was, and it's like
really
when you buy a fucking star, bro. Like, are we serious? Or a piece of the moon?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's kind of the way.
That's what it was about. It was the plots of land. I think
it really is amazing
where you went was
that
real.
Scott has any kind of following because he is the master of the obvious.
It's clear Ben never won any of these cases like he says he did. Now the real question is if Ben intentionally lied to his audience to make
that is the real question.
For a better ending to the video.
It's pretty obvious that's not the case.
Or if he's just not smart enough to know all his cases were dismissed.
The video came out before they were fully dismissed, Scott. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Ben called the court and jumped the gun. I mean, Ben has explained this, but by the time Scott this guy's video even came out. So I don't even know why he's saying all this.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Is that sure?
Yeah. This is explained. Yeah, in answering your questions.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the video.
We're gonna watch.
Here. Hold on. We just watched Scott be angry and do this shit.
Okay.
Play the thing I sent you from the timestamp.
Okay.
That's him hatching the plan.
Okay.
And you tell me if this is something.
Yeah, see, I've never seen it.
I can do what Josh wants me to do and shut up, which I can say right now, I'm definitely not doing that. So what's the alternative? I can, I guess, raise hundreds of thousands of dollars somehow, and then maybe spend 3 to 4 years in court fighting them, and somehow if I win, then we can finally get the family their Legos back. Yeah, both of these options suck. Or maybe I can somehow find a way to engineer a third option, which I call option number 3, small claims court. Think about it, small claims court is basically just like big boy court, except it costs basically nothing, and you get a judgment pretty much instantly. So I gathered my friends around a campfire to tell them about option number 3.
One of the thoughts you had was taking the small claims court, right?
No, because it's way too much money to take to small claims court.
You can't take someone to small claims court, Ben, for $200,000.
Yeah, it's $12,000 at the most, right? $12,500.
Everyone hated option number 3, and I guess it makes sense. We ended up looking it up, and you can actually only sue for $10,000 at the most. So if we go with option number 3, Brian actually could win $10,000 pretty easily, but then this is what would happen to his $190,000. But I'm not giving up. We just need to get creative.
Theoretically, if you wanted to, could you take them to small claims court?
If you wanted to limit it. If I wanted to limit it.
But you would at least get $10,000 out of that, though, right?
We could, but it would be giving up $100,000 more, you know?
So here's the here's the pitch.
Okay.
Here we go.
What
Hey, pause. Scott Schaefer fucking slamming his fist over this is just so it's like autistic to me.
It's
just
typical.
like, I don't
It's
know,
typical.
man.
It's typical Scott Schaefer. Yeah.
Like, dude, to summarize what happens, Ben takes out 10 credit cards. They take out the $10,000 from each credit card, pay Brian it. Brian then gives them, quote unquote, the money back so they could pay back the loan, but then they own the Lego. And that's the loophole they're trying to do, to take bricks and minifigs to small claims court 10 different times. It's fucking ridiculous, and I don't know if that would work. That seems like it shouldn't work, right?
Yeah,
but
no, it doesn't.
This isn't that serious.
No, they're all fucking drunk by a fire. They're just giggling.
And this is like coming after 3 more schemes that Ben did up about like a fake lottery where he dressed fucking naked in the park.
Yeah.
And like this is like he's just finding out ways to fuck with these guys, but make it seem legit enough where the cops have to respect it. Like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, it's fun.
I love toes, dude.
What if
I was still the king of
Optimus
Scotland
Weber
and my land of
donated
freedom.
I'm
Thank
still
you.
a king in Scotland with my land free EEEDOOOOMMM.
Yes.
This comment here though, where it's the guy going, but it sounds like it would work. That's the fun part of it. It's like, yeah, you know, you don't really know. Like, it's like, what makes it fucking funny.
I want to hear.
This is content, guys.
I want to. Oh, this guy. One thing I've learned about Reckless Ben, he is a great entertainer. Like elite.
Yeah, this is like fucking. He's wearing a pink suit jacket, standing around a fire in the middle of June.
Yeah,
all right. Like, what are we talking about, guys?
It's funny.
I saw the video on the cops. That was like my introduction to him, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious!"
This guy.
This was the one where he was responding to the cops.
I laughed out loud.
arresting him.
I laughed out loud a few times in his video. Like, I mean, this guy's legitimately funny and legitimately creative. You know,
They have a time machine.
Yeah, I mean, so he's a really funny guy.
As soon as I heard that, I knew it was like, okay.
People see his videos responding to those guys though, where Ben is being a lot more clinical.
Yeah.
And then they're attaching that to, well, the first video must be that way. That's not really true.
Teddy donated $5.
Hold on.
Next time Ben does something like this, he should just hire Scott as his legal consultant.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus. Nesquik says, it's like if a Panic at the Disco decided to solve YouTube cases. Yeah, it's a good point. You know,
Here's
all right, let's
pitch.
watch this. I want to. Here's the pitch.
Here we go.
What if we have 10 people sue 10 different times for $10,000 and we get $100,000.
Why don't you get 20 people then?
No. He only knows, not other people.
The reason that this will never work is because of a legal term called claim splitting.
Yeah, so it turns out my idea is called claim splitting, which is when a civil plaintiff splits one lawsuit into 2 or more lawsuits, and that is illegal.
Yes, if 10 different people sue and win money for one crime, then that is illegal. But we have already established that if one person sues for this crime, it is a very easy win. So what if this exact scenario just so happens to happen 10 different times? Think about it. If 10 different people get their Legos stolen by Bricks and Minifigs, all 10 people can individually sue, and it turns out that that is actually not considered claim splitting. So basically, if I can find 10
this is fucking this now okay, I can this is
like this he's
starting to sound crazy.
This is coming after like him doing 3 more schemes like this. Like this is the 5th scheme of the video. Right? So where people are getting caught up on like the legal defending Ben or criticizing, but it's like you're missing the point. This is like the important shit now is the criminal shit against Ben and the civil shit against Ben. It's not Ben winning any case. Let's be frank here.
Gotcha.
Different victims of Bricks and Minifigs, my plan will work. And maybe I don't have to find 10 victims. Maybe I can create them. Starting with myself. First, I signed up for a credit card and then used that credit card to walk into the bank and take out a $10,000 loan. I then used this $10,000 to buy a few Lego sets from Brian. Specifically, these Lego sets. And according to the legal paperwork, they're still Brian's to sell to me. But just in case Bricks and Minifigs tries to argue that for some reason this wasn't a legal sale, I hired a public notary to officially approve the purchase.
Officially, we have a public notary approving it.
I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it also means he doesn't like. It's so harebrained though. It doesn't. It doesn't. I think it hurts him in this way. Although I'm sure he cares now. It makes it look like he doesn't. He's not like the reason this is popular is because he's getting his old man his Legos back or money. Right. This shows that he really doesn't give a fuck one way or another. You know.
Well, why does it show that? Because this is the first video that got everybody on board with this.
It's the fact that they got him aboard is because it's entertaining. It's because this is content, baby. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like if it does, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. You know, that's not exactly
probably
caring.
thought that the first video would be enough.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no way this is gonna work. Right? That's what I'm saying. So he doesn't give a shit, you know.
I don't think there's really any problem with Ben. Ben is open about how he came across this case.
Yeah. I'm not like look.
It's an entertaining story. So
here's the best part of it.
And he's doing the
here's the best part. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if he cares or not. Right?
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. But to me, like I look at those things when it comes to people's character. People ask me, "Oh, how do you know when people are going to go bad?" Well, I watch little things that they do. And I'm picking up on it. I mean, I watched the last video, and he's constantly going on, "Oh, this poor old man. I watch it, it's like you don't give a shit about him. So it's like a sincerity thing. You know?
Hold on, Tommy. I think it's one of these things where at first he's like, "This is content, blah blah blah. Like this will be fun," and now it's turned into like, "Oh, I've been arrested like 4 times."
I know he's pissed now. No, he's in it. Now. But see, but the thing is that doesn't do anything. That's insincere too because now he has a vested interest. You know, for ego reasons. So I mean,
you're just.
I'm picky. I'm picky.
Reckless Ben, Tommy. I'm picking. Reckless Ben
You're
showing your age. He's too hip for you.
No, he's awesome.
Too reckless.
He's awesome. I'm doing what I always do.
Tommy wants timid Ben.
No, no, I don't want timid Ben. I think he would. No, I don't want.
$5. One of the schemes he did was to illegal raffle off the Legos so that it will be a criminal case, not a civil one. The entire videos is these types of gray area scenes. LOL.
Yeah, that's funny. No,
he tries to turn into like a criminal case.
I don't mind. But here's the thing: there's a lot of the video where this poor old man. I'm gonna get this old man. Nah, you're fucking making content. Come on now. It's really for me. I'm not taking him at his word that this is like do or die anymore. When I watch that video back, I'm going to know 2 things. This was started off as a goof, and it got out of control. All right, and you didn't win that fucking lawsuit, you dipshit. Like when I go back and watch that video. So there you go.
Notary public. We have a notary public approving it. I own these Lego sets now, right?
Once I stamp it, it's all yours.
Here we go.
Pleasure. Congratulations.
It looks like I legally now have $10,000 worth of inventory inside this Bricks and Minifigs store. So I wrote a very stern demand letter to Bricks and Minifigs demanding that they give me all of my $10,000 of Legos back. And they never got back to me. So I'm going to sue them in small claims court, completely separate of Brian. Now that there's 2 crimes committed against 2 completely separate victims, this is not considered claim splitting. So this is when I thought,
just to be clear, like nobody won or lost in court because it never even started, it never went to court. So there's a real chance that this goes to court. This scheme does not work at all, and the judge just throws all this shit out.
He's gonna toss it immediately.
This well for me. It should also work this well for all my friends.
But by this time, but look, I'm sure the guy's getting the money now, and then some. He could fucking probably raise $1 million for him to now with the clout he has now.
So I signed up for a ton of more credit cards, took out a bunch of more money, and each of my friends bought $10,000 worth of Brian's Lego sets.
$10,000 for you? Here you go. Thank you. You felt the need to bow.
Because he's Asian.
This is when we realized there's actually a big problem with our plan because we're now all $10,000 in debt, and if we don't pay the banks back soon, the interest is gonna destroy us. Dude, what's the problem?
We're $10,000 in debt.
Well, how do we solve this, dude? What do we do? We just ask our friends if they have like money to like loan us.
Tommy, I'm in a lot of debt, and I just wanted to know if you have $10,000 to loan me.
All right, now that I got what a fucking thing, let's go back to the other thing. I realize it's a big goof. All right, well, I mean, should I even do this now?
It's just him explaining like what went wrong.
Thing that's been going on. Probably the number one question I've been asked is, why didn't you just get a lawyer?
Why not? Just get a lawyer that.
Yeah, and now that would have been a good idea.
He had no subs and no money.
And just
okay.
Go get a fucking restraining order. A TRO to.
I love that fucking. I know this fucking lawyer. Stop self-snitching.
You know,
this guy. I've seen this guy's videos. He's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't tell the police anything
I might get
ever."
That guy's hat.
Yeah, stop self-snitching.
An injunction.
This guy was watching Josh's body cam footage, and this guy just suddenly starts going on about how like Josh's feet are gross and his girlfriend's feet are so hot and cute.
From doing anything with
it's a fucking crazy clip, dude.
Really.
Yeah, do you want to watch it?
Now you basically have lured this queen of Legos that you've crowned into the fucking woods and doing all this crazy shit.
Well, first off, when I made this video, I didn't have nearly enough money for a lawyer. Basically, my entire YouTube career has just been demonetized. My last video got taken down, incorrectly taken down. Shadow ban me YouTube keeps taking down all my videos.
They removed 3 of my videos.
Right now, I'm...
All right, okay, so Reckless Ben is literally reckless. Okay.
100% censored. Basically, my entire YouTube career, I've been demonetized.
I thought Reckless... I did. I thought it was just kind of a nomenclature. Whatever.
My videos just get taken down for no reason because I'm always going up against like powerful corporations. I've only ever been able to afford like rent and basic food, and like that's it pretty much. So getting a lawyer for this video was not really an option. And if I just got a lawyer, I wouldn't be able to show how corrupt this company is because the lawyers would have just talked it out. Basically, the whole point of my channel is kind of just...
That's true. Thank God he did. Is this one of these things like, thank God he fucking did it stupid? Let's see. What did you send him? Hold on.
His $200,000 property is okay.
I'm in agreement with you. Again, that's why we're kind of working.
Look at those fucking feet. Get those fucking toenails done. Jesus Christ.
I'm subbing. That's exactly. You know what?
Timestamp.
Play
those feet.
You know why?
Look at those fucking feet.
Yeah, because that's exactly.
Yeah, they are nasty.
Because when I watch things and do things on with people, like, I have to keep myself from doing. It must be great to be a nice rich lawyer because, like, if when I lose control, that's what I'll do. Like, what happened to your fucking face, man? What the fuck is going on?
It's so much funnier.
Yeah, I know. I have his issue. Like, what's going on with your? Oh my god! Well, fix that shit. You know, I'm the same way. You know who taught me to be like that? Black people in the army. Black people do this all the time, and they're like, "Oh my god, Kelly, I got a fat lip. What fucking happened to your face?" Well, I got a fat lip. I bumped into the wall. Oh, that's crazy. You think you're sick? You think you need to go? Hey, stay away. Don't touch me. Black people did that to me. Yeah, in the army, you know. But I got. But after hanging around black people long enough, I started doing it. I started doing shit like this too.
I'm in agreement with you. Again, that's why we're kind of working.
Look at those fucking feet.
It needs to be a new
Play it.
Okay.
God, you should get those fucking toenails done.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Fix that shit.
I'm working through this right now.
Hello. Benjamin, step out for me.
I'm a foot guy, but I'm not a Josh foot guy.
Keep playing it. He goes on.
I like this guy. He's funny.
You should see my sweetheart's feet. Oh my god.
Am I being arrested? Really?
Oh, I guess he's done.
All right, it's fucking funny. That was funny enough as it was.
Man.
That was a stare. That guy's fucking feet. All
It's
right.
like showing how these big corrupt companies can just
great.
take advantage of the small guy. And once you get lawyers involved, you don't really get to see that as much, I guess.
He's right about this, though, but he's
Basically,
taking one hell of a risk. But you're reckless, Ben.
I wanted this whole Lego video to be from
He's
the
like, I'm gonna make a
perspective
YouTube video.
I did not take his name seriously. I feel a little embarrassed about that, but he is literally reckless.
Just
okay?
some average
Bro, you watch his other
that-
shit, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I might go. He's phenomenal YouTuber.
A company's bullying
Phenomenal.
without any resources. And can this average person stand up to a corporation without a lawyer? You know, like, can we be creative and somehow stand up to this corporation, you know,
Can we troll the fuck out of these guys?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's standing up to. I don't got a problem with that. I don't care that they're killing him with entertainment. Fucking good for Ben. I mean, I don't think Ben is a bad person at all. I just think like
no, I don't think anyone.
And some of this, and some with some of this, when you call me a boomer before, you're right for the wrong reasons. I look at a lot of. I'm almost 50. I look at Ben as somebody who could be my son, and if I was his son, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get the pantsuit off you moron.
You're right.
You know, so it's very difficult for me to separate it. But I know Ben's a good kid. You know,
Tommy, when I watched that first video the first time, and I was like preparing my YouTube shit, I'm just sitting there going like, oh my god, this guy's gonna get fucking sued. And this was before he got sued.
Yeah.
You know? So it's the shit he does is just like
reckless.
Low key, dude, it asks for this shit, you know?
Yeah. But see, and you know
not
what?
that he's guilty of anything, but it's like you're gonna piss people off that have way too much money.
Yeah, you know.
A lot of people watching that don't have lawyers. Can we incentivize those people to go out and maybe stand up to the big guy? You know, if you're in school, like, someone's bullying you, like, maybe stand up to the bully. Like, you have more power than you think, you know? And I think just getting a lawyer involved would have, like, basically thrown that whole message in the garbage.
What he's really saying is that would have fucked up the content.
So that's why I didn't really get a lawyer.
Yeah, I agree.
The next one, why did you talk to the police? When I first got to the detective room, I was...
why would you talk to the police? Why did you, or why? What did he say?
Get a lawyer. The next one, why did you talk to the police?
Yes, he should have never talked to the police. I wouldn't have done it either.
When I first got to the detective room, I was under the assumption that they were going to throw me in jail for maybe a month without bail for all these crimes that I just didn't commit. Like, they thought I was the one that stole the Legos. Like, they thought we had heroin in our car.
See, that's, say what you want about maybe not going to, but he didn't call a lawyer. Like, when they put cuffs on him and you don't open your mouth. I've already taught my son that you don't open your fucking monkey mouth. And when they put those cuffs on you, you don't owe them anything. When they lie to you and tell them you have to talk, you have to talk. You say lawyer.
Ben, talk. It was great content, dude.
Yeah,
I'm cheering for you. Do it again.
Yes,
do it again.
This is dad brain. Yeah, for sure.
Car, like, they thought all this stuff was untrue. And if I don't say anything, then I'm automatically screwed, is what they made it seem like.
Do you wish to speak with me?
Well, I'm sure they. But see, I don't know. Nobody told you that growing up when they say, if you don't talk, you're in bigger trouble. Like, you're a liar.
In Ben's neighborhood, they're telling him how to talk to the police.
My son lives in fucking rich-ass Germany, all right? I tell him all my New Jersey stories.
You think, Ben, like, this is how you do when you get shook down. This is how you act.
Yeah, I literally told my son over the weekend.
The fucking, we were watching... fucking owns a golf course probably or some shit.
I was literally telling my son, we watched Stand By Me, and you know how like a River Phoenix character gets accused of stealing the milk money, and my son's like, what the fuck, stealing milk money? What's that about? And it's like, well, here's the way it used to roll with the milk money, right? You could steal milk money, and it'd be worth like $50 in today's money. He's like, really? Right? I was like, yeah, but if you did it this way, you could get busted. What happened when he got busted? Right? He should have kept his mouth shut. Is what he should have done. I said, I'm teaching him all that shit. You don't talk to the cops. Not my family. I don't help the police. You know? And I'm like pro police. I don't help the cops.
I'm assuming if I say no, then I go to jail.
As soon as I say no, you go to jail. Oh man, you're so dumb.
You're already in jail, dude. You cook.
I can't. I have to ask you some questions.
I have to ask you a question. I have a throbbing boner, and I'd like you to blow me. That's what I just said to him. And I have said that to an occasional cop.
Would have said yes.
I have said, you know what I did to you want to know what a maniac I am? Do you know what I did to an MP? You'll love this story, Willie Mac. Right?
Let's hear it.
You'll love this. This is the God's honest fucking truth. And it's probably because American Beauty was my favorite fucking movie growing up, okay? I'm just about to leave the Army. I got days to go. I'm losing everything. Everything's going to lawyer. My wife said my life is about to take a really radical turn. And plus, I'm getting European out. I don't know if I'm going to be even last and make enough money to pay the rent in Wiesbaden, which is a really rich town. My life is looking scary. I might never see my daughter again if I don't lose this. In fact, I'm starting to think, just by making a stink about this, these will probably be the last 12 months where I see my daughter, okay? I walk outside, I have my uniform on, and I can't find my cap, because they had just gotten rid of the berets, and they switched from cap to berets. These are the last days of my career, right? And I just, oh God, I'm right in front of housing. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to the damn garbage, right? Why don't I just fucking run out, put the fucking shit in? Nobody will say anything. You know, we're off duty, okay? But I still, in fairness, the rules are I'm supposed to have my cap on, right? So I go over the garbage, I lift the fucking thing, and this guy comes up to me, and I see him, and he's in shorts, like cargo pants, some fucking like a basketball shirt or a wife beater, and he's with a girl. And he pulls over, and I think he's asking for directions. And he says, "Hey, soldier, out of uniform." He says this to me. Where's your cap? I said, "You got to be kidding me, right?" Now that's something, guys, you never do if you're in the military ever. But I got days to go, right? And he says, "Who do you think you're talking to?" And I said, "You." I go, "You got to be kidding me." I go, "I got days left to go, and you're giving me, I'm throwing trash out, and I'm running right back upstairs, but you're out of uniform." And I said, "I don't even fucking know you." And then he pulls out a badge, right? And he goes, "Well, now you do know who I am." I go, "I don't think it matters because you're not my fucking NCO, and this has got nothing to do with the goddamn crime." He says, "Well, I can make it a fucking crime." Then I stuck my head in the car. I would find out later something different. And because he's with a female. And I said, "Let me tell you something. I got a few days left over here. If you want, this guy seems like a real fucking lame-o. I don't know where you're going, but you can come up to my apartment. I'll take you out tonight. No fucking problem."
No
right?
shot, bro.
I'm not done. And then she looks at him and says, "Stop." To him, not me. "Stop." To him, not me. So I said, "Why don't you go fuck yourself, motherfucker?" Right? So I walk. Now, this guy's fucking E5. I'm only an E4. So I start walking up the stairs. She's, "You're fucked. You're done. You think you're leaving next week? You're not." I was like, "Get fucked, man." And we're cursing at each other all the time. And finally, I get to the top, and something crossed my mind. It was a really evil thing that crossed my mind. I'm glad I didn't do it. I thought about pushing him down. I thought about pushing him down the stairs and stepping on his neck when he hit the ground, and say he fell on his way up. Thank God I didn't do that. But this is how hot I am. I mean, I'm talking about my daughter. My whole life's in the balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get up, and he starts knocking.
Would have been known as Reckless Tommy.
I close the door. And I hear, and he's knocking on the door, and I open it up, and I said, there. He said, you want something? You want to go? Is that what you want? He said, you are fucked. You're fucked. I'm going to get you. I said, no, I'm not. I said, because can you prove to your NCO, whoever you're going to report me to, that you wouldn't let me off if I let you blow me? He's like, what?
What?
Yo.
Yeah. I said, you know, right? You know what movie I stole that from? That's right. I'm going to say, and I don't care who you tell right now, that you wanted me to do sex with you and you would let me off on this fucking uniform correction, which I don't think you have the right to do.
Can you imagine if that pulled up in your divorce papers?
He looks at me. Well, that's in the middle. She was German. So she looks at you. Should have. I mean, I made that motherfucker look whiter than he already was because a black man would have never done this shit, right? And he's like, that doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him you wanted to blow me. And I started whispering all the way down to fucking when he's walking there because this stairwell. I'm on the 3rd floor, and it echoes all the way down. I'm gonna tell him you went to blow me. I'm gonna do it, right? And then when you do something really cool like that, and you close the door and it's silence, and then you realize that's the stupidest motherfucking thing you could think of ever doing in every situation.
Threaten him with a good time, dude.
Yeah, I did threaten him with a good time, right? But I'm like, so I call my NCO from Philadelphia who has seriously bad PTSD. He's also going to be released. His name is Sergeant. He's Italian-American. He's from Philadelphia. His name was Figueroa Frasetti. Right? And he was from that fucking same neighborhood Skinny Joey Marlino's from, right? And I called him, and he's kind of crazy, and he does have a 1,000-mile stare, and he is being chaptered because he's having mental difficulties, but he's my NCO. You know, so I call him up, and I said, Sergeant Vassetti, listen, I just made your life hell. And he's like, what's up, Callahan? And I told him, and he goes like this, really, that's it? I said, you kidding me? Do you know what I said to him? Just tell him he didn't say it. That's all. And I'm like, yeah, but what about this? He was like, listen, Callahan, you don't got shit to fucking worry about because no MP should be making a uniform correction to somebody who's not in his unit. If you're committing a crime, he should have called the MPs and then he should have had you arrested. You're not to give uniform corrections like off post on units that you're not in. And there is no MPs in our unit. So you don't have to worry about a fucking thing. Go back to bed. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? And he said, no, you don't worry about a fucking thing. I don't care. So then I was like, oh, wow. Maybe I pulled this off. And I was like, no, Fassetti's crazy, man. He's got PTSD. He probably fucking made the whole thing up, right? I get a call from my first sergeant, and I got taken out of PT the next morning. I forgot her name. She was
What'd she say?
She's like, Tommy, you would just behave yourself before we before we leave. And she goes, I think I know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, but that guy because I don't want to hear it because I was all ready to say he tried to blow me. Right?
Yeah.
I was already. He says,
you're hyping yourself up in the shower that morning.
He said, just wear the hat when you go out, okay? And I'm like, that's it? Yeah, just come on, just go. Just go. You're a good soldier.
Dude, that is a killer story. That's funny.
Yeah, you're a good soldier. Just go. But yeah, that's it. But I did pull the Lester Burnham trick, and it worked. But the older I get,
just wanted to look cool in front of his girlfriend, and then Tommy made him look like he was gay.
That's the best part. The story doesn't totally end there. When I leave, I actually go to work at AFIS. He's still in. I'm a civilian. I'm only a thing. That wasn't his girlfriend. That wasn't That wasn't his wife. That was his girlfriend. And that's illegal because he was married to another woman. And he was taking her on a mini. And that's why she was telling him, stop. He got in trouble. He got, I think he beat it, but he got an investigation for adultery just because he tried to stop me over my hat.
Yeah.
He got investigated for adultery. Right? And he was fucking that girl. And for some reason, he wanted to show off in front of her. But you don't show off. Like, he lived across the street from me. You don't show off like that when you're fucking some chick you're not supposed to fuck. By the way, guys, they prosecute, kick you out of the army, and lose rank for adultery. That's right, for cheating on your wife. You can be kicked out of the army. You can lose rank.
Damn, really?
The whole fucking 9. You can be charged. And here's the best part. It's rare, but you can be imprisoned as well.
What?
Nope. Yep. So what happens is everybody tries to get an Article 15 because if you deny the article, now you're going to what do you call it? A court with fucking army court. I can't remember.
I did not know you could go to fucking jail for that. That's obviously clearly just in the army, right?
Oh yeah, it's exactly. Well, because the thing is, the way they see it is, you can't really, like, if you're in a unit, you're doing stuff, you can't be fucking some guy's wife when you're risking your life with somebody. You know?
Yeah.
Cuckery is fucking out of control. When we also had the incident when the one guy cut the other guy's head off in the Air Force over in Ramstein. About 30 years ago.
This one.
Yeah, that one's.
All right, let's play this video. Let's finish
let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, I want to share my side. Yeah, I think there's a lot of lies going around.
Court martial, yeah.
Okay.
But if I talk and show them that it's all misunderstanding, then I can get let free. So I basically gave like an hour and a half long spiel, and they couldn't find anything really that I was doing that was illegal except for the GoFundMe. And they're like, yeah.
That's why you don't say anything.
You made this GoFundMe. And I personally thought...
I've said this to the cops to use. I'm bringing you in. Well, the burden... I'm not talking. You got to talk. Now, the burden of proof's on you. Do your job. And they usually shut up after you say it. Do your job. Do your job.
That a GoFundMe was a
you don't
safe,
have to
legal
tell them
way
anything.
to raise money for a family. But I guess it turns out not in the state of Utah. But also it kind of goes back to the previous statement where it was like, I want to show the injustice of the police department. Like, I'll sacrifice like me going to jail if it gets to show the world like... Look at what the police are trying to do. You know,
he's
if I
not going to
stay
end up
quiet,
in jail. His charges are 2 misdemeanors.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the story in that?
But you know what? Yo. You're absolutely right. Versus here, everybody. I don't think so. But aren't you a little nervous how corrupt that police department is? That they
I'm nervous to see what more charges they find. Like if they find something bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
I would guess with the way this is going right now, the police are probably not going to. I would admit there's either a world where everybody
you think they're going to drop this, considering how spiteful they were with him? Why people like that don't normally back down? That's the thing. They usually double down. That's the thing in my experience. So
I'm a bit worried that they will
on them. What? Go ahead,
dude. With all the shit that's out on them, there's no way.
Nobody's going to jail.
There's
for
so
that.
much heat, though, Tommy, coming from the outside.
There's YouTube heat. Let's not get confused the YouTube heat with actual political heat. That's what they have to worry about. Actual political heat.
It's on the news. And
no, it's on the local news there.
Let's see what they could do. Yeah. Look, if somebody,
if the cops
as long as they're not afraid, not afraid, they'll do fucked up shit. Guarantee it. There is gonna come a point in if there ever comes a point in time where I might lose my job, I might go to jail. That's when it stops. If they don't, it all depends on whether they believe that or not. They could be in a position where they might lose their job and they might go to jail, and they don't believe it, and then they'll do something fucked up, right? But as long as they don't believe, whether it's true or not, right? They're not going. They're going to keep doing fucked up shit. Guaranteed. Could the stuff on the TV be enough? Yeah, maybe. Sure. I'm not saying it's a bad point.
Yeah, we'll have to see with all of this.
But let me tell you something. If they don't feel that way, they will never stop. Never stop. These are bad people. This is as corrupt as it gets.
Like, what are we exposing now?
Tommy, too, like, if you're only coming into when this stuff started blowing up, he 100% comes off way more serious than he actually is.
Yeah. No, like I said,
if you don't watch that first video, you don't understand.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Now I feel like I have a better understanding now.
If you're like, well, yeah, reckless is in the name. Yeah, my name's a fucking Russian measurement of fucking length with an English plural. I'm not Russian. What the names don't fucking mean anything. But he's actually fucking a reckless retard.
No. But if you go and you get to know Ben for more than like when this gets serious for Ben, his content is like it's completely absurd. Yeah,
he might be an absurdist. Yeah, which is ironic.
It's basically like back in the day. Like this is the content. This content would have been like running laps in 2016 YouTube on everybody. Like it's the most trolly version of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like nothing would have happened. So it's like if I talk to the police and they find some crazy reason to throw me in jail, now I get to be like, hey, look how corrupt our police department is. Maybe we can change something. And so that was kind of my thought process.
This would be a banger video.
Yeah, on to the next question.
Yeah, see, I don't think like this, in fairness to them.
They literally said it there, loads of views.
Yeah, loads of views. And he's reckless Ben, and he's going to do some reckless shit if I go to jail.
Right, Tommy, they probably don't know how fucked they are.
Yeah.
But if they tried to put him away,
Yeah.
There's no way they wouldn't get fucked.
I hope you're right. Way. I hope you're right. See, but this is where dad comes in. I don't give a fuck about that. I want my kids staying out of jail. So I'm kind of dad brained in this area for sure. But you know what? You don't win unless you bet heavy, and he's betting heavy. So and I'm rooting for him, dude. I think he's awesome.
Tommy, these people, like this narrative that like these fucking people are coming up with, where they're like, well, this isn't fair for the old guy or Brian. Dude, this is like Brian's tried to do shit for 2 years. This is like the last case scenario is going to Ben.
This is better than it's ever gone so far.
Yeah. Like this is.
And
he
also,
knows what
doesn't the GoFundMe have half a
He knows this
now?
is absurd.
Yeah.
He's tried the other shit. It didn't work. So now we're trolling the fuck out of them. Public pressure.
The GoFundMe have
Maybe
half a mil anyways. Like. They're fine.
Yeah, well, and they're gonna pay him up to like 100K allegedly. They put out a letter saying that.
To try to like make it right, quote unquote.
Yeah, they were like, we looked through our books and it turns out we did steal all that shit. It's like, bro, what? They're like, nobody showed us this before. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Immediately when the CEO realizes how fucked they are, he's like, you know what? This store owner is actually fucked, and we're just and in
that video, just the day before, he's talking to Josh on the phone to the cops, saying,
"Is there something you can do, like cyberbullying, something to like show them that they can't fucking do this anymore?"
It really is, yeah, exactly. And like you have too much.
Well, Eamon's talking to the cops, saying, like over the phone, being like, yeah, no, this Lego doesn't exist. This isn't true. And then literally in the statement from Bricks and Minifigs, they're like, yeah, we have all of this Lego listed, and it turns out this is true. It's so good.
Here we go.
There's no way by the end of this he's no longer the CEO for sure.
Oh, really, they already removed his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From their website, yeah. Well, apparently he was the 12% owner. He was the CEO. They already have taken McNeff off the website and stuff.
He's got to be kicking himself because this is a $200,000 problem, which probably could have been solved for $100,000 because that's probably from what I get.
Well, Tommy, did you see? It was like he was on stream like 2 days after Ben's first video, and he's going, well, guys, when he comes in and he's questioning me and saying like we stole stuff, like you gotta realize that's challenging like my masculine energy.
Yes.
Like,
oh
my God, you're a fucking idiot.
Are you kidding me? He said that?
No, I'm dead serious.
Tommy, you watched this video on stream.
He's my masculine energy.
All of these videos
that was in a live stream. Did he watch that?
I remember. Oh my God, I saw that clip on Twitter.
Willie, all of these videos you're bringing up, he has watched on stream.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yes.
But fucking Jeannie's sticking up for me. Jeannie's saying I didn't watch.
I mean, I'm talking about a live stream. I didn't know if it was in a video. I've never seen the video.
No, it was. We did because somebody sent it to us. We did watch it.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking classic.
Was it at the end? Was it at the end? Was it at the end of a show? Because I don't always. Yeah,
it was a row. It was row of 6 people in a panel, and they were talking about like, man, like. You as a man, like you have that feeling where you just want to hit him and you got to like hold yourself, bro.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, bro, I get it.
McNeff like, yeah, exactly.
So everybody's,
I watched
everybody's a child in this, including Reckless Ben, who doesn't care.
The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs is a perpetual child who could have seen this.
Tommy, I think the craziest part is we're slowly. Ben went into this trying to be the biggest child, and he's somehow come out slightly more mature.
That's ironic.
That's what makes this story so fucking funny.
No, it is funny. No, he's like, not only is he the hero, he's like the better person, the better.
Like Ben's sitting here on camera, and he's like, "How am I more mature than the fucking CEO of Bricks and Minifigs?" I literally was in a Speedo the day before.
I know, a Speedo in a parking lot. I'm doing like backflips and goddamn on some rope in Mexico, and I'm the fucking good guy.
Doing me because they said my entire documentary is just full of lies. And then when I ask them like what the lies are, the one thing they always point to is that I sued a fake LLC and this whole lawsuit was completely fake. A lot of people on the internet went out and started looking up the court records, and they saw that I sued a company called L2 Bricks LLC when the company I should have sued was Baker Bricks LLC.
As well as some of like the claims he made about the small claims court default judgment victory, things like that. All of that is what's now being thrown into a bit of disarray. I'm curious to see Ben's response to it, to give his side of things on that conversation now.
So after we got the 10 people that were down to sue Bricks and Minifigs, I looked up what LLC we should sue them for. And when I looked them up on the Oregon Business Registry website, there was no LLC for this address. I mean, there was like Bricks L2 LLC that ended in 2024 when corporate took over the store, but then they didn't add a new LLC after that. And I was like, what the heck? So I called up the court, and the court told me, oh, I guess there's no LLC for this company. If that's the case, then you just sue the previous LLC and the whole court thing will still work. So basically, if I sue the LLC, then since that was the last LLC at that address, then I will technically be suing that.
Yeah, you know, in the interview with the cops, he mentions that he wants the people that are already gone. And we don't know where they are. Could that be what he's referring to? That's what I said that at the beginning. I know. No. Okay.
No. So Josh is referring. Josh is trying to put all the liability blame on them.
Yes. Yeah,
on the old owner.
And is that why he said? Is that why he said the lawsuit was fake? Yeah, maybe you wanted to believe. I'm saying the lawsuit. I know the lawsuit was Josh. You showed me that before. But you think that's why he was talking like that? I'm not getting sued. We're getting away with it because those people are gone and we don't know where they are. And oopsie daisy, you know. I mean, that's what I thought he was talking about. Now, obviously, that's changed.
Yeah, that is.
That's what I mean.
Bricks and minifigs stance. Yeah.
Okay.
Company that's operating out of that address since that was the last LLC that was there. So this whole thing happens. We sue. They never don't answer. We get motion for default judgment.
Since they didn't respond, you can move forward with a motion for default judgment.
At this point, I'm like, dude, this is the exact same thing that happened to me in the last video in my Lucifer Valentine documentary. I basically take this person who's like torturing all these people, and I take him to small claims court. He was too afraid to show up, and I
worked last time.
Teddy donated $5.
Hey,
LOL Ban went into this thinking, yeah, I'm gonna come mess with this company a bit, maybe help this Brian guy out in a small way, then move on to other troll jobs and accidentally became a hero for small guys against
no, it's true. No, I think that hits it on the head. Yeah, no, I get it now. Willie's right, guy, by the way. I mean, you know, sometimes you got to fight with your friends or argue with your friends to get it straight. But no, I think he's right.
Dude, sometimes you just need like a fucking chaotic good. And
I think that. Yeah, this is chaotic. Yeah, it's chaotic good. That's right, bro. I'm totally into it. But see, I don't want to fucking root for this guy. I feel like I root for this guy, and I'm not pointing out that he is being reckless. And there is a kind of a wave behind him that can only see the positive and no negative. You saw like with those lawyers, they're trying to show, look,
that exists.
Yeah, sure. that exists. But I think this guy's a really good guy. And if anybody can have a wave like that behind him, I'm glad it's him.
Full judgment, and it was sick.
I've seen much worse people with that wave behind them.
So I'm like, dang, this is just the exact same thing that happened in the last video. So I call my friends.
Like I remember John Swan when he said the fucking his autistic cousin. People were like, "Where's autistic?" Yeah. People were literally saying to me, "Autistic cousin, man, have a heart."
You know what, Tommy? I haven't seen a wave this big though in a long time.
Yeah, it's true.
It's probably been like at least a couple years.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll collect our money, you know. And basically, Brian called me and he's like, "Dude, like I hear that Bricks and Minifigs." Like someone said that they're like packing up all their inventory. Like you might want to go up soon because if you don't go up soon, they might close down their store. So Lydia actually called the store and to see if they were planning on closing, basically pretending to be a parent, being like, hey, my kid's birthday is like in like 3 days. Like, can we do a birthday party here? Just to make sure that the store wasn't closing.
Hi, how are you? I'm thinking about booking a children's birthday on March 19th. I was wondering if I could reserve that date.
On March 19th, the Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, and what time?
I'm thinking about like around 4 p.m. I just want to make sure the date is available.
We can do 3 to 4:30.
3 to 4:30. Okay. I just want to make sure because somebody said that you guys might be closing.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure the date is available.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're not closing. So I called back Brian, and he still really made it seem like they are actually getting ready to close down this store. The plan was I wanted to like fly out all of my friends. I got like 10 Speedos, and we were all gonna walk in Speedos holding piggy banks. It was like the most epic ending ever.
That's pretty retarded, though.
I had to go up there.
Retarded. You think the person at the counter is gonna know if the business is closing?
It's all for the bit, dude. Tell Scott Schaefer.
I know.
Have Scott Schaefer yell at him for it, dude.
Yeah.
Just by myself, I guess, and I was like, at least I'll just get footage of them like I don't know what I was going to do. I was going to be like, hey, we're filing motion for default judgment. Like how can we settle this? Just type of thing, just kind of like trying to get some ending for the video, because at this point the video is like an hour and a half long. I'm like, I just need to come up with some type of clip to end this. And so I go up there, and then the store's permanently closed. And it said temporarily closed on the window, but then we talked to the people at Tannery Public next to us, and they're like, oh no, they permanently closed down the store. I'm like, okay, sick. So literally the next day I go from Oregon to Utah, and I'm like, I'm just going to talk to Josh to see why he closed down the store, and maybe sue him again personally, And so I did the whole thing where I'm like, hey, we sued you guys, we won, you guys closed down the store to avoid paying us. And so basically we filmed the whole Utah thing where we get raided, all this crazy stuff happens. A couple weeks later, I get a notice in the mail that says that my court case has been dismissed. And I'm like, what the heck? I guess it's just because of
this is after the video
closed
done.
down the stores.
Gotcha.
That's why it got dismissed, So now it's like fast forward like present day, and I got.
All right, so it's not like there's no way he was lying, and that means Scott Schaefer saw this.
No. Well, I don't think Scott saw this video.
Oh, okay.
Before he made his new one. Maybe he did.
Crystal.
I didn't watch Scott's
That's crazy. It's crazy, but
Scott views it as he's lying instead of Ben's just wrong.
Yeah,
and these things happen.
Well, in fairness, so did my other buddy. He kind of said they're lying and not wrong. Yeah.
And she told me that basically what happened is, I guess Bricks and Minifigs had an addition added on, I guess, so like the store was small, and then they like added a new room. And so they put their LLC in this like new addition space, which I guess technically is like a separate address, but it's not listed on Google or anything. That's like a separate address. So then Josh and Brandon made Bricks L2 LLC.
I don't remember what the name of it was, but if you go on to I just looked the other day, if you go on to the Oregon Secretary of State website, you can
So it said
type in.
So it said at the River Road address. I put in the address and it said L.
So the only people that say Oregon are from New Jersey and New York. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bricks LLC.
That's why
was an
it's so
LLC
fucking
there,
annoying.
but
I know. Well, you guys are the best. Everybody said Oregon. They fucking my second grade teacher, and that's Washington.
Yeah, they also
Oregon,
area,
California.
it ended in like 2024 or something like that.
Okay, so that would have been the LLC from Matt Bauman, who was the previous franchise owner.
So him,
I took screenshots of Brandon's current LLC that's listed at that address.
Oh, really? Do you think you
So
sent
it
that to me?
also depends, and I can send that to you.
Oh,
it
nice.
also depends on what actual address you put in, because the store itself is associated with two different addresses.
Really? Oh. Maybe that's why it's so hard to find it then.
Because it's two different buildings that they cut down the wall in between and put two buildings together.
Oh.
So do you understand, Tommy?
Kinda.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't understand.
They essentially hid the LLC into the extension building, into like a building that isn't their main address. So when he's looking up the address to sue, the LLC.
So they were active. So they were actively avoiding him.
Yeah, they hid the LLC in the extension.
Oh, okay.
Not the main address of the store.
So they couldn't be identified.
So it was two separate addresses.
So they couldn't be identified and sued. Yeah.
Why not just pay him? God damn.
Well, because Josh, the new owner, right? He doesn't have $200,000 of this franchise that he took over. He doesn't have that money sitting around.
Well, what about
so
the Legos?
then he'd have to get his boss's corporate involved, and that's a fucking nightmare. So I get why Josh is trying to dodge it.
Oh, okay. Well, why not? What about the Legos? He has the Legos, right?
So Josh has the Legos, so he'd be the one in trouble because he took over the consignmentship. Josh isn't corporate. Josh is just taking over the franchise.
Oh, so Josh just got what was coming to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay. That's why he fought this like a maniac, because he was. So Josh is kind of like. So he's a more sympathetic character than we thought.
No, not really, because Josh is still refusing to take blame or like acknowledge the consignmentship. Josh is still selling.
Lied on the phone.
Josh took over this Lego. He's still selling the Lego. He's just not splitting anything with Brian.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Okay. I got it.
He's keeping all the money still.
So he's selling something that he's been consigned, doesn't own, and just not giving a fuck. And he's like,
and
you know
keeping
what?
Everything. But also Josh probably doesn't have the money to pay Brian and to begin with.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, that's where I feel sorry. If you bought this thing not knowing, well, that's up to you to know. No, that's your.
Well, no, they knew it. They told Brandon it was assignment shit. Brian, the day he took over that store, Brian's making aware, like, hey, dude, what the fuck? Where's my Lego?
Yeah.
Wasn't this one hostily taken over by Josh and all that?
So the old owner alleges it, but the company Bricks and Minifigs says that she was in a ton of debt. And they basically had to take over the store.
Oh,
okay.
So and we don't know who's telling the truth there.
I'm like a little behind.
It doesn't matter to Brian.
So.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
But it totally makes, when you look at it, it makes sense why Josh is like, fuck this guy, ain't paying anything.
Oh, was there a bad, when you say it makes sense, like then I should fucking, feel a little bit bad for him. But if you're saying like,
no.
Was there a better way to handle it? Like what should he have done in your opinion?
What he should have done is he should have gone to corporate and been like, look, this is the fucking deal. We got to pay this. Otherwise I'm not taking over this store. Because the reason he was taking over that store was because corporate kicked out the old owners for reasons that may or may not be valid.
But he didn't want to fight with his boss, so he'd rather fight.
Yeah, that's what I think.
He looked at his boss and he looked at Reckless.
So
Ben.
Instead, he's like, "Look, I'm going to steal this shit anyway. Fuck this guy. They can't do anything.
Nothing can do it." Oh God.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
I guess it just fooled the court system. I guess, and
yeah. Well, that's not unusual.
The only people I'm like, I don't understand why you're like this is the minute this starts going big on YouTube, I'm surprised corporate just doesn't give $200K and walk away.
Well, I couldn't figure it out. But I heard that fucking CEO on the fucking phone, and he seemed like he had he thought I could beat this because I got sway with this police department. I could make this go away.
Yeah.
All I got to do is, that's the worst part of this video. Fuck the Lego. Those guys are fucking ridiculously corrupt. We're talking. It reminds me of like stories I used to read about the South during Prohibition and how corrupt the cops were, and they would bump off. The runners, they take them out, they fucking shoot them and shit. And the rumors that they would fucking shoot the gin runners and stuff. They're so fucking corrupt. That's it. Because you heard that guy. He's like, we don't. This is in California. We do things differently here. That's basically telling them we're corrupt and we're gonna. You can't win. That's what he was saying. I know what that means. I don't get the feeling that Ben understands that. One of the things
Ben's thinking, dude, this. I could fucking subpoena this, or I could fucking get this footage from a.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
man, that's true. That's true. But cops start talking like that, and they start doing stuff. They may be serious. I said this in the video, and I don't fucking take it back. This happened 30, 40 years ago. They'd have whacked him. If it's a small enough town, he would have fucking disappeared. If he's
I know. I'm with you, Tommy. I would never do what this guy's doing.
Thank God these guys got fucking body cams. Thank God for body cams. But you did this 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, you fucking end up in a river.
So fooled me. So they
outsmarted me, I
guess.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say the CEO is gonna take the fucking franchise aside.
Yeah.
He's gonna back him up, whether it's 50% right, 20% right, 10% right. That's the person they're gonna.
No, I understand taking their side, but the minute it turns into a YouTube video that's gotten a bunch of views, then now I'm confused on.
Yeah, well, he only held on.
Then it goes to the point where he thinks he's above it anyway.
Yeah,
so he's not worried about.
Well, here's another thing.
Here's the thing that makes sense.
Here's another thing too to think about. We don't know if Josh lied to that guy. He could have fucking pumped him full of sunshine. Well, in other words, let's say
exactly.
Says,
you're going to take Josh's word.
You're going to take Josh's word over it. This guy said he's going to hurt me. He said he was going to beat me up in front of my family. They're all Mormons. How dare you in front of the family? Even though it's a bunch of bullshit.
Over some person you don't know.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, we all would.
I guess people overinflate it too. He's the CEO. He doesn't care. He's not involved in any low scope contracts or any of that bullshit. The consignment. None of that is even
in his.
He has been caught lying a lot though, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he does. Yeah, for sure.
That's the only thing, dude. Maybe he does know because this guy's a little fucking schemer, man.
Yeah.
Well, even if he didn't know, he got to know, and now he's lying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course, once it becomes a problem, then he's gonna need to know, and then now it's just damage control. Do what you can to make sure.
But I do think the fact that these guys are elders or whatever the fuck they call them in the Mormon religion, and these guys is a Mormon company. I think not that Mormonism or just your average Joe Mormon. I don't think that played into it. I really have had no problems with the Mormons. I don't think anybody has. I think they're pretty cool. To be honest with you. but I think that I'm looking at it like
I've never heard someone say Mormons are cool, dude.
Yeah, I never had a problem. Do you guys have?
Is it their drip? No, I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying they're cool. I'm saying I'm cool with it.
You heard the good news though, Tommy. They're removing Mormons like an official religion.
You're taking me off course. Like like I don't know that this is your average Mormon. I think these guys are high in the church, and I think they have. And I've experienced this being a Catholic. A holier than thou attitude, and people are beneath them. I've seen it. I've seen priests do it. I've seen nuns do it. I've seen people that connected to the church do it. And there's sort of like, look at this infidel talking down to me. Yeah, I could take his fucking Legos. Like, I'm holy. He's not. I think there is that is at play here. And that would explain some of the more irrational decisions by corporate. Because there are a bunch of crazy
it's just
fucking Mormons,
it's just the same thing as the company or whatever. It's just team sports, no matter what religion or what.
Yeah,
companies and corporations are playing on the same team.
Yeah.
Did you see the Bricks and Minifigs file the false copyright strike and take down a video?
Yeah, and then they said an employee was off the wall and he was reprimanded.
No, dude, when I saw that shit, dude, I was like, bro, how is a fucking used Lego company fucking suing anybody for copyright? Their whole thing is that they're selling another person, like another IP, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Lego's cut ties with them too, right? As Lego,
I didn't know Lego had official ties with them.
I've heard that.
Oh, okay. Do you think they have?
If I'm Lego, bro, I'm just pretending I don't even know about this.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get in the crossfire.
I don't remember how closely.
I've got a dip, Tommy.
See you later. I can handle it.
Have a good one, Jeannie.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, is what it was. Bricks and Minifigs used some crazy loophole and they outsmarted me. They found a way to get out of my lawsuit, but it doesn't matter because I'm like, I can just sue you guys again personally. And so we actually did end up getting Josh served. I already went to mediation with them and it's about to go to small claims court and I'm about to fight for my $10,000. So everyone that's saying the court case is fake, they just found some loophole to get out of it, I guess. And they I will admit they outsmarted me on this one and I'm fine with admitting that. But ultimately, like, it's not like, and now they're trying to use that as proof that
you're saying the extension is where they outsmarted them.
They hid the LLC address in a different part of the building.
It's just
fight it with the court. It's not fake.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Josh, when he was with the cops, is blaming the last owner.
And yeah, so just because it didn't work the first time, I was like, okay,
because they did a little gay op here.
If you don't succeed, try again. We'll just do them with the second lawsuit, and now, but personally this time, and I don't think they're going to get out of this one. We'll see. But that is the answer to that. So next question is, what will the GoFundMe money be used for?
I'll be stunned if Ben wins just because of the scheme setup is bizarre. The scheme setup of I'm interested to see if the court is like, yeah, Brian is able to sell his contested Legos
at $120,000
when they aren't even in his possession, you know?
Because according to my knowledge, that's still how much money Brian is owed from his collections that have not been paid for. I think like just a few hours after I posted part 2, we hit that goal. And I personally thought that GoFundMe just like ended, like once you hit the goal, like we hit our goal, like people can't donate anymore, but people kept donating. So I called Brian. I'm like, shoot, like, do we end this? Like, what do we do? And Brian's like, dude, we just got served a lawsuit. And I'm so happy. Like he was so happy. Like he finally got made whole. And that moment lasted for like an hour. And then he gets served this lawsuit and he's like, however, our attorney's fees, it's looking like it's going to be like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars just to pay for, like, to be able to defend ourselves against a lawsuit. So I was like, okay, let's keep the GoFundMe going. Let's put all the money in a legal trust and the money can go to Brian's attorney's fees. But anyways, all that money is Brian's money. I'm not taking any of that money. It all goes to Brian. And yeah, I think now we're almost like $400,000. It's literally insane, but Brian's still worried that like he's going to get screwed over, which sucks because it's like, not only did Bricks and Minifigs steal from Brian, now they're going to sue him on top of that. So it's like, what the heck? Like, and then just to answer some of the lawsuits I'm in, I mean, this is kind of some episode 3 spoilers, but I got my first stalking charge when I tried to serve Josh papers. I got my second stalking charge when I made...
You saying that has a chance of sticking. I can't believe that has a chance of sticking.
Well, nobody knows if this stuff has to be argued and it has to be seen.
Sure.
Right? But it's not like, it seems like there's arguments there.
Wow.
You know, we'll have to see.
Yeah. Tommy, have you seen the German mini flags? Yeah, we did it live here.
The GoFundMe. Bricks and Minifigs is suing me for the videos I made about them. Eamon said I was going to burn down the Bricks and Minifigs building and shoot everyone inside.
Me saying that does not mean I agree with those stalking charges. That's bullshit.
For that one. So yeah, I'm in a lot of charges, but
yeah, I mean, there was some of these charges of him like calling for violence. They have no evidence that they can't prove.
No. None of those are anything to do with that.
Oh, really? Well, that's what he said. No.
Yeah, so they might get referenced here, but it's like, as far as I know, like I need to read the charges to see.
You haven't seen anything on paper. They didn't put that paper.
The stalking charges have to do with Ben being outside of this guy's house and sending his friends to like hang up the GoFundMe sign, like at their B&B. Like that has to do with Josh and stuff.
Okay.
On the Bricks and Minifigs building and shoot everyone inside. So I got a extra extortion charge for that one.
Well, no, that's not what he's saying. He's saying he got extortion card.
Yeah, that's the charge for this, is like an extra extortion charge. Yeah,
I can't imagine that would stick.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of charges, but that's what Patreon's for.
Well, we didn't do it.
Subscribe to my Patreon if you want to help with my attorney's fees. And
we heard that. Well, I hope he does all right. He's the vigilante Lego says. But I'm gonna go right into this. I actually have to. This is part of CoffeeZilla's video on Vodzilla. He's putting up his own video. I'm sure that'll be well done. He's going to show some of the crazies that are going to Bricks and Minifigs and stuff like that. It's nuts. I have a feeling that CoffeeZilla, if Reckless Ben is fucked up, you're going to hear it. You know, and if he like, I'm willing to put.
Oh yeah, Jay Lee was saying his Vancouver location is just swarm with people, and they had to shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down. Yeah, this is funny. Well, this is, you know, remember when everybody said last month that Jeremy says he's being harassed. Well, he hasn't shown any receipts. Or you know what? Like it was such a big event. You know, something was happening. This is proof.
Jeremy has shown receipts. Jeremy shows that like people were sending videos outside of his house and shit.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, but we remember that no receipts that it didn't happen. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I don't even know any specific incidents that this happened, and I know it happened just because of the size of the event.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not stupid, right? So this is
I didn't need to see that video or see that picture to know that shit was happening.
Yeah, exactly. And this thing too, like if you'd have told me before I'm about to play this, because I haven't seen it yet, fucked up were happening, like innocent people were getting fucked with over this. I believe you.
Make sure they don't get caught up in this.
You cannot talk to children in here. You cannot talk to children. Not in my store. Look it up. Not in my store. You cannot talk to children. Call security. We're calling security. Call. Sir, if you are harassing our they steal from people. Look at Reckless Ben's video. You are harassing.
Okay,
oh my motherfucking God. They're doing that from a kid.
A guy with sunglasses and a sleeveless shirt walks into a random Bricks and Minifigs, from what it looks like, and decides to tell one of the store employees, hey, go look at Reckless Ben's YouTube channel. Go, as if he probably hasn't seen it already. And as if he has anything to do with it. I mean, I don't know. What's this guy supposed to do? Oh, geez, I saw the video, and now I'm going to make everything right. And I'm going to give back the collection. How does...
sorry. I'll go pay Brian, this guy that gets paid like $10 an hour.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. If young Tommy C worked at Bricks and Minifigs and this happened, he would say, yeah, and we're going to get Reckless Ben and put his whole family in jail.
Can you imagine if the guy worked at Bricks and Minifigs and he just goes, listen, man, I'm working from the inside to try and make this right.
I would have done something like that. I mean, don't worry, I got you.
I mean, you have that one girl that was like, yeah, my boss called and said we're going to try to throw you guys in fucking prison any way they can.
Oh my God, that shit's hilarious.
That's pretty fun. Let's see another one. These people are taking it upon themselves to do this.
Instigator in this case.
These people have to be
regardless,
everyone.
Oh yeah. No, I think they're just internet people.
Everyone just comes out looking horrible in this.
I am. Cool.
Yeah, internet people stretching their legs.
No.
This is internet people getting a day off.
Here in public, yeah. You guys are liars.
Day off. They don't have a job. Come on.
So you can hear a little bit. He starts talking about something, and then you guys are liars, and then the guy responds.
Can you imagine saying this motherfucking shit to a guy who's just trying to?
Look, I'm going to trespass you.
I just had a fucking thought in my head.
Yeah. Well,
I wish that Oregon store was still open because I would love to go to it and just buy one of Brian's Legos. Just keep
The
it
other
for
guy laughs and
myself,
goes,
dude.
Hey, Darth Vader, baby.
yeah, do it.
Yeah, my store. No trespass. Hey, you call them one. Yeah, I did it. Let's make sure that it's already gonna be at least like
I'm calling the
my
police.
store. You gotta leave next to you. Get up. You're gonna have a serious attack.
All right, so you can see the walk up, the hero's walk up. You know, people like this always fantasize, intervening.
This is for Reckless Ben.
Biding his time over by the Lego section. He overhears what's going on, and he decides he's going to stroll over and make it right.
You're gonna have a serious attack.
Oh.
Which is so funny because at the end of the day, they're just franchisees, right? So it's like,
they don't know.
Yeah. Nobody.
Guy's making $10 an hour to try to get the fucking extra money for his family, and this asshole comes in.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I do. You know what? Now get out. You're going to wrap this up?
Oh, you got a fucking ECW wrestler over there fucking messing with
this fucking dead ass store that sells toys. There's 2 adults in it.
So our altercation really is one guy going, "You don't work here," and the other guy says, "Well, neither do you." This ain't gonna find the Legos. Brian Mansell's collection ain't in.
Is somebody gonna get their ass whipped? Because that's what I want to see.
In the store, guys. Okay, so I know we're all excited on getting to the bottom of it, but
Okay, come on. What do you want people to throw up and down that job? Okay. No. Because it's not their issue. It's not state altogether.
So I don't know if you just heard that, but he's like,
It is. It's some Discord retard. That's what we're dealing with here.
It's not their issue.
That's like me dropping my car off at a fucking shop and then going to Germany and be like, "Give my fucking car back." Where's my car?
It's like you have to be so fucking stupid.
You fucking retard, Ted.
It's corporate again.
Oh, dude, call Josh right now. I'm not leaving until you call Josh. And they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like they all know Josh personally.
Bricks and Minifigs franchise location. It's like being mad at the CEO of McDonald's and you go into your local McDonald's and throw over the tables. It's like, who do you think you're hurting here?
Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god! The fucking Discord guy's kicking his ass! Are you kidding me? My god!
Dude, what are the fucking odds?
Lego collector enthusiast versus Discord mod. Let's go.
How did that happen?
Fucking Lego Mario sitting there.
Fucking big long-haired guy got his ass handed to him.
You will be testified to get off of me, fuck you. Why you're a business?
That's a fucking felony assault now, you asshole.
Now take the Lego, dude.
I got his ass whipped.
He took my phone.
Okay, so pretty much from here you can see what starts to be drips of blood falling from the guy in black's face. I mean, his face is jacked up.
I bet he took about fucking 20 punches.
And now the employee's just getting him some paper towels. The top of his face is bleeding up there. And yeah, because I was sent this, I wanted to address it. It really has, again, nothing to do with aging and trying to put hands on the other guy.
Did you see that? He started the fight. So I'm not saying this fucking douchebag should have been there, but you don't.
Why would you start the fight, dude, with that push, with that weak ass push?
Because he probably thought I'm bigger than him. He's afraid of me. He fucking.
Yeah, that was an LCU push. Jesus.
Yeah, like that. This is. Ooh.
Don't you they're in a Lego store? Don't you want them to see have a bunch of fucking just smash Legos on each other?
I gotta be honest with you.
And shit.
If I showed you the shot, I said this is what's gonna happen. They're in a Lego store fighting over the fucking stuff, and this guy's making a big scene about it. Which guy do you think walks away with the fight?
Oh, dude, definitely.
The big guy. Yeah. I would have never saw this coming.
Trying to put hands on the other guy.
He fucking caught him with a right hook. Did you see that? Ba-bow.
Yeah.
Caught him with a chin with a right hook.
Hold on. Go back. Yeah, imagine instead of that, dude. Hold on. Get to that scene again. Where is it?
Going up to the other guy and engaging and trying to put hands on the other guy.
How? That's a hell of a right.
Hold on. Imagine instead though he grabbed that Lego Eiffel Tower and just smashed it over his head.
Yeah, like it's
and then
fucking.
I got thrown through like a Star Destroyer or some shit.
That shit would hurt.
Stone Cold Steve Austin versus like Booker T or some shit back in the day.
Yeah, stepping on a Lego. Imagine getting your whole fucking body thrown through a Lego.
That's what Back Row Crush, wasn't it? The Eiffel Tower, that huge fucking thing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, that was her thing.
Huge
Yeah.
fucking thing.
I can't believe
that. Also is just escalating things. I feel like this entire situation has been a series
It's only escalating things if you lose a fight. Otherwise, if he puts that little prick down, he's a hero. But he got his ass whipped.
Of unnecessary escalations.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's very unfortunate.
I don't know how his lawsuit's doing. I hope he.
I mean, unfortunate. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah. All right. I think we're actually done. We'll do fucking Bowbacks tomorrow. You know. Bowbacks.
Well, GG's, boys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I think we're.
Peace.
What do you think of my thumbnail? I thought it was cool. I don't think it did very good though.
I didn't watch it. What is it?
Thumbnail?
It's my thumbnail. It's Reckless Ben.
It was retarded. I don't even know what it is. It looks retarded.
Oh, dude, people probably don't even know who these guys are, dude. It's AI Reckless Ben, so it barely even looks like him.
Yeah, but
that doesn't look like
fucking
that.
Tommy,
that looks
dude,
like Josh.
You know what you do? You get a fucking Lego cop to arrest Ben. That's what you do for the dummy.
True, dude. This is why Willie does it for money, man.
Yeah, I know. He's really. Hold on, let's do it together.
I'd click a Lego. I'd click a Lego cop.
I know. I thought about changing mine to that.
All right.
And I just didn't get around to it.
Have a Lego cop. Arrest this man. Let me say the image. Yeah.
It's gonna be so bad if you don't give it any references.
Hold on. No.
I know.
Have a Lego cop arrest this man for a YouTube thumbnail. YouTube thumbnail.
Look, Merce, this was my concept.
16. Yes, it's yours.
I'm in a CS game. Let me.
What else should I put in? Have a Lego cop arrest this man for a YouTube thumbnail 6x9. What else?
That's way better.
What?
This is the idea I was kind of going for.
What are you going for? Here.
I shared my screen. It was the concept I had in mind.
Let me see.
Changing out the white background and you're golden.
I didn't mess with this for too long. This was like a second.
Yeah. No, that's peak.
Oh.
I'm clicking that in a heartbeat.
Oh, that's nice. Way better.
But I gotta make their faces angry. They gotta be angry Lego cops.
And
yeah, they look a little too happy.
They're so chill about it.
Have Lego cops arrest this man. Have Lego cops with angry.
Tommy, dude, you're doing. It's not gonna know what a Lego cop looks like.
Yeah, it will. It didn't fucking my last one. Watch.
It will.
Yeah, have Lego cops arrest with angry faces. Arrest this man. For a YouTube, arrest this man while in a prison.
It's like the worst picture of Ben ever.
You should replace the Lego badges with Utah badges.
Yeah, what? What's that? What?
The Lego badges on their hats.
I can't, guys. It's all talking.
Replace it with the Utah.
I think the Lego badges are enough. Have the Lego cops with angry faces.
That's why we have 60 people.
Arrest this man while in a prison. While he is in. Let's make sure that he is in a prison jumpsuit. For a YouTube thumbnail 16x9. Let's see how it turns out. I did a movie theme. All right, we'll see how it comes out. Here we go. Let's go. I'm so hot.
There's no way this looks good.
I bet it does. This one's good.
So fucking
hot. You can't even see Ben's face in this picture.
Yeah, but it's Ben's fucking. The reason I took it is because it's his YouTube.
It's a bad
channel.
photo of Ben, though.
Yeah, but
it should be a picture of him in his pink suit.
It's iconic. Well, I mean, here we go. We're gonna see.
It's
get fucked. That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
Get fucked. Get fucked.
That's good.
Get fucked.
It could be a different picture.
Dude.
It could be a different picture of Ben, though. That picture of Ben sucks.
Yeah, but why? The picture of Ben sucks, but that's also the one he uses for the goddamn channel, so it's a little more iconic.
Dude, fucking everyone watching the video. ChatGPT clearly. This is great.
Yeah,
that turned out awesome.
Yeah, get fucked.
If you just switch the head, it'd be perfect.
Shut up! I'm not doing. I'm just saving it. It's funny.
He doesn't
how
have
it is.
glasses in his video. It doesn't even look like.
I don't give a motherfuck, man. Whatever. Go get fucked.
Stream's over, verse. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you know, I might need this later, so I'm not gonna waste any more things.
He fucking saves it.
I'm changing it. Nobody liked my thing. Nobody liked
Tommy's
it
working
anyway.
overtime right now.
Well, it's just nobody knows. Like, if you look at that photo, I genuinely think your thumbnail. I have no fucking clue what that is.
Me too. I didn't know who it was until I read the title of the video.
In the background, it does say Lego Legacy, I guess.
Yeah. I just did a theme for a movie I like. That was probably stupid. You're right.
Is that supposed to be Tron Legos?
Yeah, Lego Legacy. What do you think it was for?
What?
Shut up.
I don't.
Shut up.
Fuck, that movie sucks, Tommy.
Oh, fuck off.
Thumbnail sucks.
Nobody watched that movie. I don't even know that movie.
Oh, shut up. It's one of your favorite movies, you told me.
All right, I'm leaving.
You prick. All right, I got to shout out the mega homies. Speaking of, Nesquik, Hopac, Beast Goes, Pilkington, Tommy C's Cat, Blue Jacket B, Not Your Typical Mom, Taylor D, Final Flash, G-Man, Jennifer, and we have new Grave Recluse. Oh, that's brand new. I gotta fucking hit you up. Jeannie, Willie, Dylan. Thanks so much. Thanks for adding it to the thing. Hey, listen, and we could use your support. You want your name read off at the end of everything. I'm trying to work it into the videos as well. Just put your shit in there and laugh. And the mega homies. You know, all done. I think we're done. We're done. If you want, I think I'll hang out a little bit in the server. And that's it. I hope you guys had fun. I had a great time. And we will see you tomorrow. And we're probably a short stream. We're going to cover the news and see how it goes. And I'll also see you tomorrow in that cafe. I hope to see you then. Bye.